Good evening, my dear friends, respected stewards of the commodity world and the pillars of agri-marketing ecosystem of our country. I am your host, Bhuvan Bhaskar from NCDEX Communication team for this grand and momentous evening today. We together are ready to embark upon this glorious journey of recognizing and felicitating all those who have made us as a nation proud by making agriculture winner amidst all the hardships, be it man-made or natural ones. In this evening, as we move forward, you will get to know these warriors who contributed and spearheaded the victory of agriculture sector from the front. Agri-Commodity Exchange NCDEX also understands the challenges of online commodity marketing as it is directly related to the one of the most underprivileged section of the society, that is farmers. So, understanding the importance of awareness, the exchange itself leads the numerous programs and associations around the year to create awareness. And as we understand the role of media, the importance of the role of media in the whole process, media organizations have also made it to the list. और इसके साथ ही भारत की खेती को प्रभावित करने वाले कुछ अन्य महत्वपूर्ण सेक्टरों के गिने चुने नाम भी आज शाम आपको यहाँ दिखेंगे, चाहे वो इनपुट सेक्टर से जुड़े हों, किसानों और एफपीओ की फंडिंग में सहायता करने वाले संस्थान हों, या फिर रिसर्च के माध्यम से कृषि की प्रगति में योगदान करने वाली कंपनियां. Before we start the program, please let me enjoy the privilege by introducing today's guests on dais, who in fact don't need an introduction, but just to fulfill my moderator dharma, I have to do it. So let's first greet the guest of honor of this evening, Dr. Ashok Dalwai, who is a 1984 batch IAS officer who has headed the committee bestowed with the task to recommend ways to double farmers' income. Now, Dr. Dalwai is the CEO of National Rainfed Area Authority, NRAA, under Ministry of Agriculture, Government of India. Next to him is Shri Narendra Vadhava, who is the President, Commodity Participants Association of India, CPAI. Shri Vadhava is a name known to all who have some or any stake in the commodity trading space. And our next guest on dais in this inaugural session of the award ceremony evening is, in fact, not a guest, but a host too for today's ceremony. He is Shri Arun Raste, who is the MD and CEO of Agri-Commodity Exchange, NCDEX. So let's begin this grand award ceremony with the introductory address by Shri Raste. Sir, please give us an overview of the program and introduce us with the thought process behind this whole arrangement.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this evening where we are looking at a grand function called NCDEX Awards. We didn't realize that 3 years ago, what started as NCDEX Awards have become Commodities Awards today. And as just before this program, I was speaking to Dr. Dalwai, and I mentioned to him that from NCDEX Awards, we are graduating to Commodities Awards, and from just agri, we are getting into sectors which are non-agri. From just FPOs and farmers, we are getting into the whole stakeholder list, and the number of people attending from probably from a few hundreds to now a few thousands. And that is where the commodity world is. People talk about equities all the time, but it is commodities which are driving the whole economy, the whole world. Just look at oil. Today, because Russian oil cannot be replaced by anybody in Europe, though there is a ban, Europe is still buying Russian oil. Tomorrow, if Russia and the OPEC countries stop producing oil, all of us will be possibly sitting at home doing nothing because the whole energy system will disappear. It's just one commodity. There are commodities which are of industrial use. There are commodities which possibly can even I would say topple governments. There's a very famous case of onions toppling the government of Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So a small commodity like onion can topple a government. A large commodity like oil can possibly bring in a third world war. I don't know, for some reason, equities market and commodities market, when people talk of, people say equities are very easy, people can come in. But I feel commodities are equally easy because right from childhood, everybody is handling commodities. Right from the time they are born, probably 6 months after that, when they go for skimmed milk powder or milk powder, the use of that, to end of their life when the timber is used either for their funeral. Commodities are playing everywhere, and I don't require any other means to show the importance of commodities, that from life to death, everywhere commodities rule. And therefore, whether it is farmers, whether it is traders, whether it is brokers, all of us need to come forward and look at this commodities. And when I'm talking about commodities sitting on this platform, I need to bring in commodities derivatives for the simple reason that this is one area which brings in transparency. And when you have a transparent system, you have two things. One is fairness, and one is possibly at the end of the day, progress for everybody. So fairness in the system, transparency, and equitable opportunities to everybody is the mool mantra of a commodity derivative market. Now, there are people who don't like transparency, and there are people who possibly benefit when the systems are opaque. And sometimes we have to face wrath of those people, the machinations of those people who influence the powers that be and try to influence these markets, the capacity of these markets to broaden its scope and pass on the benefits of this market mechanism to multitudes of small traders, farmers, and investors. So we, those who are watching this program now, need to come together and raise our voice against those manipulators, so that our voice is bigger than their voice, and powers that be hear our voice, and this system is possibly, which has a potential to make India grow probably 2 or 3% bigger in terms of GDP. A transparent system can bloom to its glory. Thank you very much. Over to you, Bhuvan.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your introductory note. And now I would like to welcome Dr. Ashok Dalwai, हमारे आज के गेस्ट ऑफ ऑनर डॉक्टर अशोक दलवाई को मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहता हूं बोलने के लिए एक ऐसे विषय पर जो कहा जाए तो हर किसी के जीवन से जुड़ा हुआ है, और वो है एग्रीकल्चर। क्योंकि एग्रीकल्चर हमने बार बार देखा है, कृषि हमने बार बार देखा है कि खास तौर से जब सबसे ज्यादा चुनौतीपूर्ण समय अभी हाल के कुछ महीनों और वर्षों में हमने देखा, तो हमने देखा कि कृषि ही वो सेक्टर था जो कि पूरे अर्थव्यवस्था को जिसने लीड किया, जिसकी अगुवाई की। तो ये लाइफ लाइन अर्थव्यवस्था के लिए जो खेती की है, ये क्यों लाइफ लाइन है? और अगर खेती ही अर्थव्यवस्था की लाइफ लाइन है तो खेती की चर्चा हम हमेशा, या कहा जाए कि ज्यादातर समय पे एक दयनीय भाव के साथ ही क्यों करते हैं? डॉक्टर अशोक दलवाई लगातार किसानों के लिए, किसानों के लिहाज से, उनकी दृष्टि से खेती को समझने की कोशिश करते रहे हैं, और उन्होंने बहुत बड़ा योगदान किया है अपना कई ऐसी सिफारिशों के साथ जो वास्तव में किसानों की आमदनी को कई देखा जाए तो स्तरों पर, कई आयामों से बढ़ा रहे हैं। डॉक्टर दलवाई, प्लीज हमारे आज के इस कार्यक्रम के प्रतिभागियों के लिए, दर्शकों के लिए अपने विचार आप व्यक्त करें।
धन्यवाद भुवनेश जी, आपको मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं इसलिए कि आपने मुझे ये समय दे रहे हैं और मेरे बारे में इतने सुंदर से आपने कहा है। Now let me recognize the presence of Mr. Narendra Wadhwa, Mr. Arun Raste, and a large number of participants across the virtual platform of this country. I'm extremely happy to be with you all this evening, and let me at the outset, on behalf of all the stakeholders in the value chain, congratulate Mr. Arun Raste and his team, who have been year after year organizing this event to recognize the contributions of large number of stakeholders of different nature all along the agricultural value chain in order to celebrate their contributions to the market ecosystem. All of us appreciate the importance of commodities in the economy. The consumption of the commodities is representative of the economic growth. And the converse is equally true, that economic growth will warrant higher consumption of commodities. So the direct correlation that exists between commodities and the economic growth is indicative of the progress in the welfare of a nation. However, we all need to ensure that commodities are accessible to all the stakeholders along the value chain in a fair and transparent manner, in a manner that prices are competitive and qualities are consistent with what the respective stakeholder demands. Only then would India be able to produce its commodities and commodity-based intermediate goods and the final goods that are tradable in the global market. Today we live in an open world where we are ruled in a way by the WTO, the World Trade Organization, and its provisions. Therefore, we need to be competitive if we need to continuously sell our commodities and the commodity-based products and then earn money for this country. I'm therefore very much committed to the fact that we need to have alternate markets, because we need to break the monopoly of any single system. Only when we have alternate markets can we ensure price discovery based on competition, price discovery based on objective parameters, price discovery based on transparent systems. Therefore, all of us must recognize the contribution of NCDEX, which is now setting out, or which has set out year after year, to celebrate the contributions of different players. They include the farmers and the farmer producers organizations, the institutional players, the hedgers, the market intermediaries, agri-tech startup companies, financial institutions, media houses, self-help groups, and many others. So everybody has been brought in onto the single platform here. Now, within the commodity sector, as we know, we have both agricultural and non-agricultural. While agricultural commodities and derivatives started much earlier, and it's more than 100 years old history in India, it is pretty unfortunate that over the decades, agriculture sector now lags behind the non-agriculture commodities. On an average today, 80% of the commodity derivatives and the transactions that happen or the exchanges is accounted for by the non-agricultural sector. Now, we need to examine what the reasons for this are. Agriculture is extremely important because it forms the basis of livelihood and forms the basis of an economic stimulus for the secondary and the tertiary sectors of our economy. Given this importance of agriculture, the robust growth of agriculture is extremely important. However, alongside the robust growth of agricultural sector, what is very important is to ensure that the farmers or the principal stakeholders are able to capture optimal value on the transactions. Only this can ensure that they are able to earn optimal return on investment and thereby make profits. Without profits, they would not be able to go up the purchasing power chain and therefore be incentivized continuously to stay put in the agricultural sector. Now, how to ensure that the farmers are able to capture appropriate value? So the only way, as I said, is to ensure that we have alternate markets, and then alternate markets could be physical in nature and they could be virtual in nature. And that's where mostly the commodity exchanges come in. The commodity exchanges play a very critical role in guiding the physical markets, or also simultaneously be led by the physical market. The intensity of integration between the physical markets and the commodity exchanges is what will determine the efficiency and effectiveness with which we are able to transfer the value capture on different agricultural commodities to the farmers. In this context today, let me share a few thoughts on what the commodity exchanges and the derivatives can actually do for the good of the farmers and the agricultural commodities that we want them to be transacted. Two primary objectives of the commodity derivative markets are price discovery and price risk management. And both these are extremely important, particularly the risk management. Commodity derivative market through a commodity exchange integrates the views and perceptions of different market participants with respect to economic factors, namely current and projected demand and supply, weather forecasts, crop estimates, yield, tariff, tax policies, etc. This gives rise to a market price in a very transparent, fair, and democratic manner. The prices discovered in the futures markets are disseminated by exchanges widely through physical and electronic media, mobile messaging services, electronic ticker boards placed in physical mandis, etc., which helps to reduce information asymmetry and increases awareness among farmers and other stakeholders. Further, the prices so discovered provide appropriate price signals. This is very important to the farming community. The major features of the derivatives markets which enable fair and transparent discovery are regulation. This is important, that we can't have a laissez-faire system. We need to have some element of regulation, and that comes through the commodity derivatives which are regulated by this SEBI, which is very important, which ensures fairness in trading through various regulatory guidelines. Then competition, the next important parameter is competition. In the physical markets, there is limited number of participation to determine the prices, whereas in the derivatives markets, multiple buyers and sellers from the commodity value chain spread across the country participate to discover an equilibrium price through an online and competitive order, matching the system on the exchange. Today, with digital technology, which is getting more and more robust, and the penetration into the rural areas is also moving at pace, we will be able to get a healthy competition because there will be a larger number of players. Thirdly, price dissemination and transparency. So as we continue to disseminate prices using multimedia and also share the real-time prices and data with the stakeholders, to that extent, the competition becomes much more fair. And the fourth one, of course, is a strong risk management framework. We have various types of margins imposed. This is very important. We have various types of margins imposed by the exchange and clearing corporation to avoid any counterparty risk of defaults. And the next important parameter that we have in place is the spot price, is the final settlement price of the futures contract. This is very important so that we do not have just speculation, or we do not have contraventions or deviations from the contracts. At expiry, the futures contracts are settled at final settlement price, which is an average of 3 days spot price at the basis center. This keeps the futures market price anchored to the physical market price. Further, futures contract of most of the commodities are settled by way of physical delivery, not just cash settlement. So now let's look a little more detail into the price risk management, which is the first objective of the derivatives. Commodities derivatives markets provide risk management tools in the form of futures and options contracts, which are used by different value chain participants to hedge the price risk and ensure business viability. Hedging involves taking an offsetting position in the derivatives of the commodities as against the position in the physical market. Value chain participants can hedge this price risk either through futures or options contract. We've got two options today. alternative, sorry. Futures is a traditional form of hedging instrument that obligates a buyer and a seller to trade the underlying at a predetermined price on a predetermined date in the future. Options, on the other hand, is like a pseudo insurance contract wherein buyers of options get the right but not the obligation to exercise a contract at a prefixed price on a given date by paying a premium. We also have the put option in commodities, which gives the buyer the choice to sell their produce either on the exchange platform at a pre-decided strike price or at a higher price in the spot market by squaring off the position on exchange at a prevailing market price. So hence, either the farmers or the farmer producers organizations can lock in the price of the produce at the time of sowing and by buying a put option on a harvest season contract. So this is a very good way of price risk management. So we have many other benefits that come from this system. I'm not getting into that for want of time. Now let's move on to the how the commodity derivative markets can help in marketing, that is to discover the prices. The value chain participants, including farmers and producers organization, can sell the futures contracts and deliver their produce at the time of expiry of the contract. Alternatively, they can only hedge and square off their position in futures and choose to deliver in physical markets. For example, a stockist of soybean buys soybean in the peak arrival months of October, November, December, and supplies or sells bought stock to the processor in a subsequent month or months at the prevailing price, that is at the time of sale. Over here, the stockists run a huge risk of falling price as well as demand turning out to be lower than expected in subsequent months. Stockists can use the futures market to initiate a short hedge as well as to deliver the commodity through the exchange platform. The chart, if you can represent this through a chart, then it becomes extremely clear. But what it says is that you can have alternatives. So it may be observed that the stockists can partially deliver the commodity through an exchange platform, partly sell stock in the physical market, and partly carry forward the position. So there are alternatives that a stockist can actually exercise. Hence, the commodity derivatives market can provide a dual benefit of hedging the price risk as well as sell the goods through the exchange platform. This is the beauty of an exchange platform. And the price signals emanating from the derivatives markets on prices of the future months contract enables the value chain participants in their marketing decision, that is when to sell the commodity. This is what is very important for us. Now, why do we need this? Is very important, I think, because many are concerned with the stability of the commodity derivative market. So let's look at what is required. A prerequisite for the development of commodities derivatives market, especially agriculture commodities, is a stable and predictable policy environment. The continuity of commodity derivatives contract, which itself is a tool for managing price uncertainty, cannot be uncertain, right? We cannot have an uncertain price environment, a basic tool. Any form of intervention, such as stock limits, ban or suspension derivatives contract, conveys unfavorable policy environment. Therefore, the stability is extremely important in terms of policy framework. The market cannot achieve desired depth and participation as intended by the regulator and the government if such event or frequent policy interventions are prevalent. The stock exchange platform is only an efficient price discovery platform that provides an opportunity for hedging and disseminates continuous transparent prices for the benefit of market participants. And the derivative market is like a messenger. Any interruption in the derivatives contract will only result in shooting the messenger. So now let's look at some of the advantages, the adverse impact of unfavorable policy environment. I think it's important that we spend some time on this. So one is there is a loss to the farmers or the farmer producers organization. Many producer organizations had increasingly begun utilizing the exchange platform for the benefit of their farmer members. However, such uncertainties of policy actions deprive them from the benefits of the commodity derivative market. So we need a greater stability. And the second one is value chain participants are exposed to price risk. The presence of derivatives markets helps value chain participants to focus on their core activity, crushing in case of the oilseed industry, processing into dal in case of pulses, cultivation for farmers, and the price risk is mitigated by hedging in commodity derivatives market. In absence of derivatives contract, there is no means available to participants to hedge, leading to huge amount of risk on account of price volatility and consequent business loss. So we must keep this the interest of value chain participants. And third one is absence of transparent price discovery. When a derivatives contract is suspended, it leads to absence of pan-India integrated. India is a large country. We need one single market. Only when you have one single market integrated over space and time will the farmers and other stakeholders benefit from the price discovery, and therefore integration is the indicator of market efficiency. Unfortunately, our markets are fragmented across the country, which is not to the advantage to the farmers. Then there's a lost opportunity to be a price setter. We are always interested in being a large country, large producers of various commodities. We want to be a price setter, not a price taker, as is the case today. Despite being the largest producer and consumer of many agricultural commodities, we still are a price taker in the global markets. So we need to actually correct this thing. Then there is hindrance of the development of quality agriculture infrastructure. In the absence of a good agriculture infrastructure, agriculture logistics in terms of storage, transportation, processing, etc., and also seamless transition from one state to another, we lose the opportunity of capturing maximum value for the farmers. There's a lot of decomposition. So we need availability of futures market that helps in developing quality infrastructure, especially in warehousing arena. Noted that the major delivery centers of exchange have witnessed a boom in the WDRA approved warehousing infrastructure over the years. And luckily, WDRA has now simplified the process of registration. It has also enabled online registration, and hopefully larger number of warehouses will come to be approved and then available across the space of this country. And then quality is another important aspect. Adherence to quality standards. How does this help in adhering to quality standards? Goods deposited in exchange approved warehouses, they undergo tests and have to meet the quality norms laid by the exchange. This helps in ensuring that the goods meet quality standards such as FSSAI and AGMA, which further leads to better practices at both pre and post-harvest stages. And quality is a concern today. India has been producing large quantities and large volumes of different kinds of agriculture produce. But if we need to go into the global market, we certainly need to adhere to the quality standards. And of course, with increasing purchasing power, our own domestic consumers are getting more and more differential in their tastes and preferences, and certainly they demand quality produce. And then, of course, liquidity is very important. An unstable policy environment can hamper the liquidity in derivatives, which takes years to build, and once lost, it is extremely difficult to bring back the liquidity. So if we would like to ensure that there is liquidity infusion into our markets, then we must have a stable environment. And then, of course, volatilities, that is a major underlying theme of any kind of price discrepancies and price volatility. So what we have seen, that experience, a lot of data analytics shows that if we are, the price volatility is slightly higher in the non-exchange traded environment compared to the exchange traded environment. It is so in case of pulses and also tur and masoor. It is so in case of oilseeds like soybean, also in the crude processed oil, groundnut oil, mustard, generally pulses and oilseeds also see that there's a greater volatility on the physical markets compared to the commodity exchanges. So what is very important is that how do we now bring bridge a link between the physical markets and the commodity exchanges, so that there is a reflection of the prices in at both the places, and that can happen provided we ensure greater integration over space and time, and that is possible by deploying digital technology, that is possible by having a stable policy environment, and that is possible by removing the perception that this is a speculative environment. I think it's time that we have spent so many decades with the commodity exchanges that we now create awareness among all the stakeholders, including the farmers, that it is not a place for speculation. It is a place to hedge your contracts and therefore manage the risks. And if this is to be done, certainly we need a lot of literacy, a lot of knowledge sharing, and continuous orientation of the stakeholders, including the farmers. That our farmers are small and marginal in nature, and therefore their marketable surplus ratios are very small. They need to be facilitated to aggregate their produce through the producers' organizations, through establishing large number of aggregation platforms. So at the foundational level, we need aggregation platforms and also the mobilized farmers so that they're able to connect with the different natures of the market, that is both the derivative markets. I think only then we'll be able to create a transparent, objective, and a competitive market environment in the country, so that the farmers are enabled to capture a true value on the produce. So I would like to thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. And once again, congratulations to you for Mr. Arun Raste and your team for recognizing the different stakeholders along the value chain across the length and breadth of the country and bringing them onto this single platform to celebrate their contributions and achievements. So thank you and namaskar to everybody. Good evening.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। आपने जिस तरह से सारी चीजों को, सारे विषय को आज यहाँ रखा है, निश्चित तौर पे मुझे पहले भी आपकी बातें सुनने का बहुत बार अवसर मिला है और कई बार एनसीडीएक्स के प्लेटफॉर्म पे भी आपने अपनी बातें देश के सामने, कहा जाए किसानों के सामने, एफपीओज के सामने और दूसरे जो कमोडिटी पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनके सामने रखी है। और हर बार जब आपकी बातें मैं सुनता हूं और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि बाकी लोग सुनते होंगे, तो उनको हमेशा ये लगता है, समझ में आता है कि कुछ नई बातें और निकल के आई हैं। एक कहा जा सकता है कि आगे चलने के लिए, आगे बढ़ने के लिए कुछ और दिशा, कुछ और संकेत हम सबको यहाँ मिला है। और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि आज जबकि यहाँ पूरे एक कमोडिटी की दुनिया के सारे गिने चुने नामचीन लोग, हस्तियां यहाँ मौजूद हैं, तो आपके इस उद्बोधन से, इस भाषण से बहुत सारा कुछ आगे के लिए एक दिशा लेकर वो यहाँ से जाएंगे। और अब मैं हमारे अगले वक्ता जो आज के हैं उनको आमंत्रित करूंगा। हमारे आज के मेहमान श्री नरेंद्र वाधवा जी, सीपीएआई के प्रेसिडेंट, उनसे अनुरोध करूंगा कि वो मंच पर आएं और यहाँ पर आकर वो अपनी बात हम सबके सामने रखें और हम सबको ये बताएं कि ये जो पूरा इकोसिस्टम है, कमोडिटी का इकोसिस्टम, जिसमें कि एग्रीकल्चर भी शामिल है, जिसमें किसान से लेके और प्रोसेसर तक जो वैल्यू चेन पार्टिसिपेंट्स है वो सब शामिल हैं, तो ये पूरा इकोसिस्टम किधर की ओर जाने वाला है, इसका वे फॉरवर्ड अब यहाँ से आगे क्या दिखता है और उसमें क्या चुनौतियां हैं और कैसे उससे पार जा सकते हैं।
गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन, आई एम नरेंद्र वाधवा, President of Commodities Participant Association of India. At the outset, I compliment NCDEX and congratulate NCDEX team on organizing and celebrating Commodities Awards. This is an annual event all participants and members look for. It's really credible to facilitate various participants of the agri-commodities market, especially farmers and FPOs, members, other participants for their active participation and role in strengthening the agri-commodities ecosystem. My salute to all of the winners this year who have been nominated and been given the awards. You have made the incredible contribution to commodities universe. My congratulations to all of you. CPI is always committed to enhance the value of the markets and is continuously working towards making it a transparent, safe, and vibrant market. Our aim is always to engage with the regulators, exchange, industry experts, members of the exchange, and other value chain participants for the growth of commodities market. CPI is looking forward and engage with NCDEX to do joint programs in coming months for the awareness of hedging and for skill development for our members, FPOs, and other participants. Although in the recent past, the volumes of exchange have come down and are diminishing and is a cause of concern for Ministry of Finance, government, and the regulators. But we are on the right path, and I hope that volumes will increase eventually and people will participate in the exchange platform. Before COVID-19, our buzzword was that India will reach 5 trillion economy. One of the studies by PwC study says that 40% of this 5 trillion will come from the commodities market. So there is a huge potential in this commodities market. And I urge my participants, my members, to look at this investment class and hedging instrument, and it's going to help the businesses and their revenues. I thank once again Rasteji and NCDEX leadership team for always supporting and engaging with the CPI for growth of industry and for the members issue. We assure you full support of CPI and its member to NCDEX and new contracts and new offering. My congratulations once again to NCDEX team on these commodities award. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wadhwa, for giving this view and vision to all our commodity participants here in this program. And I really cherish every word that you have uttered here. And I believe that these words will go a long way in deciding the direction of the whole ecosystem. The way forward that you have shown to us will, of course, be going a long way. And now it's time to go to our next section. But before that, I would like to invite Mr. Kapil Dev. Kapil Dev is the Chief Business Officer of NCDEX, and he would be presenting a presentation. So this presentation is very important for today's program, because this presentation will let all of us who are present here know what was exactly the year that we left behind, and why are we celebrating this year. जो last year हमारा गया, when we say that this year was full of challenges, what were the challenges, और कैसे उन challenges में जो NCDEX के साथ जो मिलकर दूसरे हमारे जो स्टेक होल्डर्स थे, उन लोगों ने इस पूरे साल को किस तरह से जो चुनौतियां आई उनको अवसरों में बदला, और किस तरह से उसे लगातार NCDEX के साथ ही जो पूरा FPO इकोसिस्टम है और जो कारोबारी हैं उन सब को लेकर किस तरह से एक्सचेंज आगे बढ़ा, ये दैट मिस्टर कपिल देव विल शो थ्रू दिस प्रेजेंटेशन. कपिल, प्लीज.
Thank you, Bhuvan, and thank you, Dalwai sir, Arun, Raste, and Narendra ji for your words. I will start my presentation with one quote which Dr. Swaminathan has said some time back, that if agriculture goes wrong, nothing else will have a chance to go right in this country. And I think we are at a stage where we are actually seeing what he has said years back. We are concerned about the food security, a lot of policy changes, intervention we are seeing in normal trade practices. We are talking about doubling farmer income. We are also talking about protecting consumer, and everyone in between is also getting impacted by whatever is happening. Simultaneously, we have seen a lot of supply disruptions happening, demand, supply dynamics changed post-COVID in post-COVID world, and many geopolitical international situation which has really impacted how we perform and how we look forward as far as commodities market is concerned. And we know that somehow all these things, whatever is happening, is impacting all other financial indicator of the country as well. And that's what that itself says that how important the agri remains for the country like India. This year starts on a very, very positive note where NCDEX achieved a DTV of 3,000 crore and recovered quickly after the impact we have seen on the volume during the COVID time. And we kept on growing during the first half of the year, while we have seen few interventions happen, regulatory and policy intervention, where we have lost few of our key contracts and that impacted the volume of exchange. But NCDEX understand the importance of its offering and impact of it on the every stakeholder, and somehow understand these kind of interventions are very frequent we have seen in the past. So we continued with our efforts to grow this market, to keep on connecting with large number of farmers, to keep on adding more products to our offering, and all other the vision we have about this market. So I will quickly start with that. We started on a very good note. Still, after losing few of the contracts, we have closed the year with 3 years best performance, and it's all. I thank you, all of you, for your continued support even in the difficult time for us. We kept on pushing our technological development. Last year had gone smoothly without any technical glitch on the trading side, trading engine side. We have made a remarkable milestone. We have achieved it by moving our data center from in-house facilities to a top world-class facilities to some other locations, and which is the first of its kind in Indian financial ecosystem. And I'm happy to share that our technology team has been awarded the best chief technological officer for these achievements. We have launched implied functionality, which is again it's of first kind in an Indian financial market, innovative product. We have added a few other products to our offering. We have introduced index trading. We have introduced options trading into new commodities, and we have also diversified ourselves into some non-agri products as well, and few new products as well, like castor oil and sesame seed and few others. So we continued with our efforts to grow this market irrespective of what has happened because of some reason. But if I move to the ecosystem where we operate, we are into a sector which is a driving force for Indian economy, and that's how we say that India is an agrarian economy, and that's the fact that among top 5 developed countries or the largest economies of the world, India is the only one where we have almost 20% share of agri in GDP, in comparison to other countries where in certain cases it's less than 1%. So we know how agriculture is for us, how important it is, and what impact it creates if anything happens. But over a period of time, we have grown quickly. Our share is growing, and a lot of things are happening which we can definitely cheer us now and maybe going forward for multiple years. Our food yield productivity is increasing. We were always known as productive country in comparison to global production, but I think quickly, with the help of new technology, improved management practices, we are reaching towards the global productivity. The contribution of agriculture has moved up to 20%. Still, the large number of people are dependent on agriculture, but in global market, our presence have increased now. We have close to 41 billion of agriculture export in the last financial year. Rural infrastructure fund is increasing. And of course, when we talk about Indian agriculture, we talk about fragmentation, small farmer, marginal farmer, but now we are coming up with a concept of FPO, which is leading consolidation and aggregation at the farm level. And now we are talking about 10,000 FPOs, where 5,000-6,000 are still there. So a lot of things happening in Indian financial market. And of course, government has also its own view, whether it's doubling farmer income, one nation, one market, making India self-sufficient in agriculture, and digitalization of agriculture marketing. And everything is happening at this point of time. And you can see whether it's agri input side, whether it's agri fintech, agri tech, agri production, agri supply chain, everything is improving and we are moving into the right direction. But of course, there are still a lot of challenges which need to face, whether it's regarding the realization of farmer. We talks about doubling of farmer income and low realization to the farmer. We are still struggling in some part of the country with infrastructures. Information and data remains very, very key issue. And because of this, we have seen a lot of interventions and maybe dissatisfaction among the value chain. So this needs to be improved. The financial inclusion has not happened yet completely. International markets are driving prices for many of the commodities. Linkages and digitalization at the ground is still very limited and long way to go. Aggregation is still concerned, and standardization and grading when we talk about post-harvest market. So these are still some challenges which we have been seeing. But if we see the derivatives market, and that's why we have now moved from our NCDEX award to commodities award, and understanding what role NCDEX is playing, this derivatives ecosystem is playing in agriculture sector, and how important others people are, and what growth we have seen over a period of time. We understand that NCDEX is beyond a trading platform. It's not only about a platform which we are providing and people are coming and trading and doing some price discovery. We are connecting so many dots. And if you look at the slide which is there, whether it is infrastructure support, whether it's online market, whether it's ENWR, transparency, policy support, price management, risk management, price discovery, so many things we have been doing, and we have seen a lot of people coming forward, to support us and understanding importance of this and taking it forward to other stakeholders where they are engaged. And I think that is something which led us to think that this is not only a trading platform, it is a very inclusive platform and holistic platform. And that's how this idea of commodities award beyond trading generated. If we talk about NCDEX, how we are connecting to each segment of agriculture, of course, starting if agri is if we talk about agri, we talk about the farmers. We have now almost 400 FPOs on board, which represent almost 10 lakh a million farmer. And I'm happy to share that when we started this market way back in 2003-04, the only purpose was that we should have a platform where price is being discovered, information is available, and farmers are using it. Now, after 20 years or 18 years of operations, now we can proudly say, and thanks to all of our stakeholders, that almost 400 FPOs are now with NCDEX. We have seen FPOs coming, trading. They are trading futures. They are delivering on exchange system. They are taking delivery from the exchange, and further a step ahead, even they are trading instruments like options as well. So I think that direction which we thought is now finally shaping up, and we are seeing this remarkable participation from almost every state of the country where FPOs are coming and trading. This ecosystem is backed by huge infrastructure. We have close to 200 WDRA approved warehouses, which was on the higher side. We have seen 350 and 400 with a capacity in range to 1.5 million ton. When we talk about agriculture, we talk about transparency. We talk about we don't know where the stocks are. We don't know what qualities are there. We don't know the audit trail. But in an exchange ecosystem, we are now generating ENWR in WDRA approved warehouses. We are doing quality testing, grading on FSI and EGMARK parameter, and that is ensuring fair price discovery and better prices to all the stakeholders. We have a huge financial member base with us, which ensures that these markets are reaching to the rural market. And we are very different from any other financial segment because we start from the part of the countries where still financial literacy is quite low, but NCDEX is ensuring that awareness about futures and options are reaching to the last mile and maybe to the primary producers and consumers as well. We have close to 3.5 million base of client, which is well spreaded across the country from north to south, from villages to cities. So that's how this ecosystem is there. And in the next slide, I will cover that how we are creating synergies and how other stakeholders are actually taking it forward. As I mentioned, FPOs are part of ecosystem. Now they have understood importance of derivatives market. They are now becoming self, a decider of the price, that what is best price for us. Their decision makings are improving. They are in a position to lock their profit, decide their profitability for the crop which they are sowing. And I think if that happens, all other stakeholders who are associated with farmers will get benefit. What we have seen in last 2 years, that input companies, and I think they are the closest one to the farmers when agriculture production happens, and they are connected with the farmers from sowing till harvesting for various reasons, for various input, and and they are teaching them better management practices. What we have understood, that now these companies have understood that input and output are closely linked, and if we can ensure in some way that whatever farmers are doing, they are getting better realization through any mechanism or any market instrument, automatically the farmer's perspective towards crop management changes. And that's how we have seen input companies coming to NCDEX, or NCDEX going to input companies and try to develop synergies where we can work on both sides, improve management practices with a guarantee of a minimum realization from their crop what they are growing. And I think that has worked really very well. We have seen many of the FPOs in association with few agri input companies buying put options and locking their price at the time of sowing itself while paying premium themselves. I think this needs to be noted that they have paid premium to protect themselves in an ecosystem where everyone looks towards government for their price protection. Warehouse service providers, we have added a lot of infrastructure to the ecosystem, starting from where our core market is, even to other where we are not present. NCDEX link trade have really helped for a improved infrastructure. Value chain participants are using it, though we keep on listening a lot of things about the prices, but the fact remains, if you are hedged at the right time, a lot of interventions, a lot of interruption and disruption can be avoided. And there are a set of people now who have understood and who have really started using this market for the very basic reason these markets are meant for hedging and price risk management. So that is happening, and we will definitely see a lot of names who are really excelling in this segment and teaching others as well on price risk management. We have brokers and institutional participation. Without those, this would have not been possible, because we operate in a different market. We go to the mandi, we go to the FPO offices, we go to the SMEs and MSMEs who are based in a different part of the countries, and they are not part of the mainstream. Still, our brokers and institutional participants who are associated with us have really helped us, and they have really came forward with us to support exchange vision. And they were always aligned. We see mandi branches opening up. We see many of the brokers coming forward and helping FPOs. And I'm happy to share that even sometime it doesn't produce any return to the brokers, but still, I think this is the acceptance by the financial market as well, that the connecting farmers to the financial market is a win-win for everyone. We have banks and financial institutes. They have huge exposure on the agri sector, and the only way to protect this is making sure that farmers are getting the best price and they are protected against any adverse price movement. Banks and financial institutes are coming forward. Apart from only pledging and commodity finance, the discussions are on that how the risk management can build into the bank offerings. And maybe next time when we will meet, we will be having some very success stories to share with you, that how now these things that the banks and their related entities are helping taking these products forward and to the last mile to the farmers. This ecosystem brings a lot of research. If commodities are trading, a lot of information flow happens, whether it's international market, domestic market stock positions, carry forward and stock to use ratio, which normally we do not get or very limited when there is no derivatives market. So this has helped to improve information and of course flow of information as well. And of course, agri-infotech companies are also connecting in whether it's a supply chain, whether it's information, whether it's research. So the entire ecosystem have accepted this, and the derivative ecosystem. All the stakeholders are coming forward and trying to connect their stakeholders with this ecosystem. And that is our efforts now to recognize those people who have really thought out of the box, came forward and helped us to take risk management, agri-derivative risk management to the primary producer and to the consumers as well. So that's our effort. We look forward your continuous support. We look forward association with you on the various aspects of derivatives trading. We look forward to increase our reach with the help of all of you in whatever sector you belong, in whatever segment of agri you belong to. So with this, thank you very much. And I'll hand it over back to Bhuvan for the proceeding of the event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kapil, for this grand presentation, which in fact showed us what was the last year. And when we talk about the challenges and when we talk about how we turn these challenges into opportunities, so we can figure it out from your presentation. And from this presentation only, we can also understand the winners, how we chose the winners, how we got the to recognize and felicitate the warriors whom we would see in next segments. So thank you so much. और इसके साथ ही मैं हमारे आज के इस इनॉग्रल सेशन में शामिल होने वाले जो हमारे दूसरे मेहमान थे उनको भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा। डॉक्टर दलवाई, श्री वाधवा जी और श्री अरुण रास्ते, आप लोगों ने अपना जो बहुमूल्य समय आज के हमारे कार्यक्रम के लिए निकाला और जो एक पाथवे आपने दिया है जिसको कि लेकर यहाँ से जाने वाला हर व्यक्ति, जो दिशा, जो संदेश आपने दिया है जिस पर कि हर कोई सोचेगा और उसको लगेगा कि वो किस तरह से इस पूरे जो कमोडिटी वर्ल्ड है उसको और बेहतर करने के लिए अपना क्या योगदान दे सकता है। इस संदेश के लिए, इस पाथवे के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अब इस उद्घाटन सत्र के समाप्ति के बाद समय आ गया है वो जिसका हम सबको इंतजार है, यानी जब हम वास्तव में जो वॉरियर्स जिनकी हम बात कर रहे हैं, जिन्होंने कि कृषि क्षेत्र को बहुत मुश्किल समय में भी पीछे नहीं जाने दिया, और पीछे जाने की तो बात क्या कहें, एक तरह से सिरमौर बनाकर रखा पूरी कृषि हो या कमोडिटी ट्रेडिंग हो या उन सब जगहों पे, उनको सम्मानित करने का समय आ गया है। और इसलिए मैं मेरे साथी सहयोगी अलीम मुखर्जी को ये बैटन देना चाहूंगा और आगे आपको अलीम मुखर्जी हमारे कुछ जो सम्मानित होने वाले आज शाम के वॉरियर्स हैं उनका नाम और उनसे परिचय कराएंगे। लेकिन अलीम के पास चलने से पहले आपको मैं छोड़ जाता हूं एक छोटे से वीडियो के साथ। इस वीडियो से आपको ये समझ में आएगा कि वास्तव में जब हम कृषि और कृषि के साथ कमोडिटी ट्रेडिंग और कमोडिटी के ट्रेडिंग के साथ ऑनलाइन एग्री डेरिवेटिव्स की बात करते हैं तो ये पूरा जो लिंक है इसका महत्व क्या है और किस तरह से देश की जो खाद्य सुरक्षा से लेकर अगर पूरी बात करें मूल्य श्रृंखला की जो वैल्यू चेन पार्टिसिपेशन की, उसमें किस तरह से ये कृषि और एग्री डेरिवेटिव्स मार्केट अपनी भूमिका निभाती है। तो देखिए ये वीडियो।
Investing is all about the return investment. One golden rule of investment is to trade across less ventured asset classes. Interestingly, in India, the less ventured asset class is the most visible and dominant part of our economy. Yes, we are talking about the agricultural sector. Agriculture is a lifestyle in India, not only for the 55% population living in rural India, but also for the rest of 45% living in urban areas. Agriculture propels the growth of many sectors across the economy. Banks are exposed on the lending side as they advance lakhs of crores to agri sector every year. There are scores of companies which depend on farm produce, and these raw materials form a major percentage of their input costs. Therefore, the impact of this cost on their bottom line is obvious. Hence, corporates exposed to commodity price risk utilize commodity exchanges as platforms for hedging and price risk management. Also, on the other hand, participating in agri-commodity derivatives diversifies your portfolio with a global pinch. Precisely, trading in this asset class makes you a part of global economic thread, as international commodity indices have 1/3 contribution coming from agri-commodities. There is no parallel to agri-commodities even in difficult times like pandemic or war, as agricultural commodities characteristically have inelastic demand and are strong indicators of inflation. So, invest in agri-commodities to hedge against inflation. Being an agrarian economy, the efforts of the government institutions and lending agencies are reaching up to the last mile, focused at supporting the future of agriculture that is set to surpass the glory of past. If an investor wants to ride the wave of this upcoming agri-revolution, commodity exchanges provide a number of solutions across futures, options, and index instruments. Be it a quest to hedge commodity price risk or capture arbitrage benefits, commodity exchanges have created products to suit the needs of all kinds of investors. Join the journey to prosperity of Indian agriculture with commodity exchanges.
Thank you, Bhuvan, for giving me the opportunity to inaugurate this auspicious ceremony to felicitate some special people. मैंने इन लोगों को स्पेशल पीपल कहा इसलिए कि देश के कृषि विकास में अपनी कीमती योगदान देने के साथ ही उन्होंने अपने अपने क्षेत्र में एक ऐसे मिसाल निर्माण किया है जो अनेक संस्था और लोगों को प्रेरित करेगी। मुझे आज बहुत खुशी है कि किसान उत्पादक संगठनों और उनके साथ जुड़े हुए मार्केट प्रणाली और व्यवस्था से जोड़ने में जो बहुत सारे महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाने वाले संगठन हैं, इन सारे भागीदारों को आज हम सम्मान प्रदान करने का सौभाग्य रखते हैं। सिग्निफिकेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन मेड बाय रिसोर्स इंस्टीट्यूशन। आइए हम सम्मानित करते हैं नीलागिरी फाउंडेशन गुंटूर एपी से।
My name is Jagram Reddy from Nilagiri Foundation, Guntur, Andhra Pradesh. We have promoted 12 farmers producer companies in Guntur district. Out of 12 farmers producer companies, 4 FPCs, farmers producer companies, are commodity specific like spices, and the remaining are jowar, maize, and vegetables. We have hedging options is available through NCDEX. We are getting good price parity with NCDEX. Near about 300 tons of turmeric commodity business has been done with this platform. This is a good opportunity to market their our FPCs produce in online platform. Thank you.
Significant contribution by a resource institution, महाराष्ट्र से कृषि विकास ग्रामीण प्रशिक्षण संस्था।
कृषि विकास पिछले 10 सालों से एज अ रिसोर्स इंस्टीट्यूशन FPO निर्माण का काम कर रहा है और पिछले 10 सालों में कृषि विकास ने भारत भर में 100 से भी ज्यादा FPO का निर्माण किया है और ये FPO अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं। हमारा विश्वास है कि कमोडिटी मार्केट, फ्यूचर मार्केट, स्पॉट मार्केट, पुट ऑप्शन जैसे माध्यम से किसानों की रिस्क हम कम कर सकते हैं और किसानों के उत्पाद को अच्छा भाव दिलाने में इनकी एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका हो सकती है। इसीलिए पिछले कई सालों से हम NCDEX के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। जो MSP का प्रोक्योरमेंट अभी FPOs के माध्यम से हो रहा है, उसकी शुरुआत SFAC NCDEX के साथ कृषि विकास ने की थी, कृषि विकास के FPO ने की थी, और उसके बाद फिर फ्यूचर मार्केट में हो, पुट ऑप्शंस में हो, हमने काफी सारा काम NCDEX के साथ किया हुआ है। हमारे कार्य के लिए NCDEX ने अभी हमें जो कमोडिटी अवार्ड 2022 दिया है, उसके लिए हम NCDEX के धन्यवाद देते हैं। हमें आशा है यह अवार्ड हमें प्रेरणा देगा, हमारी टीम को प्रेरणा देगा और हमारी टीम के माध्यम से भारतवर्ष के कई FPOs को कार्य को सपोर्ट करने के लिए यह प्रेरणा काम आएगी। धन्यवाद।
आइए अब चलते हैं कृषि संगठन के तौर। जो कृषि संगठन बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस इनकॉर्पोरेट कर रही हैं, बनास फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड गुजरात से।
मेरा नाम करसनजी जाडेजा, मैं बनास फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी का चेयरमैन हूँ और लास्ट 3 साल से हम NCDEX के साथ कैस्टर और क्यूमिन के जो लेवेज कर रहे हैं, तो इसके हमें NCDEX का बहुत किसानों को हमने फ़ायदा दिलाया है। और जो लास्ट हमने 1 साल हमारा ऐसे सीखने में गया था, लेकिन लास्ट 3 साल से हम बहुत ही अच्छी तरह से NCDEX के साथ काम कर रहे हैं और NCDEX से फार्मरों को भी बहुत अच्छा फ़ायदा दिला रहे हैं। लास्ट 1 साल से हम और भी 5 FPO को NCDEX के साथ जोड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं और चालू ये नए साल से कई FPO उसके साथ काम NCDEX के साथ काम करने का भी शुरू करने जा रहे हैं। और मैं बनास फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी की ओर से NCDEX ने जो हमें अवार्ड दे रहे हैं, इसके लिए मैं बहुत बहुत आभारी हूँ।
और साथ ही हम महागांव तालुका फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड को भी सम्मानित करना चाहेंगे।
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम निखिल अशोक धाड़वे। मैं महाराष्ट्र के यवतमाल डिस्ट्रिक्ट में दी महागांव तालुका फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी, इस कंपनी का एज अ CEO काम देख रहा हूँ। मैं तो सबसे पहले NCDEX टीम का तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देता हूँ, उनके पास आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ कि उन्होंने हमें कम्युनिटी अवार्ड के लिए चुना, हमें नॉमिनेट किया। इस ऐसे अवार्ड से मतलब एक जिसे कहते हैं ना, शाबाशी दी हमें। तो ऐसे अवार्ड की वजह से हमें प्रोत्साहन मिलता है और हम आगे अच्छा काम करेंगे NCDEX में, इससे हमें प्रोत्साहन मिलता है। तो चना, हमने स्टार्टिंग में चना में काम शुरू किया था NCDEX के साथ, जिसमें हमने काफी मुनाफा कमाया। और ऐसे काम करते हुए अगर ऐसे काम को कोई सराहना देता है तो वो बहुत अच्छा लगता है। तो इसलिए मैं फिर से थैंक्स करता हूँ कम्युनिटी मार्केट अवार्ड देने के लिए NCDEX टीम को। थैंक यू।
काफी सारे नए कृषि संगठन हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं। आइए चलते हैं, कुछ उसी संगठनों को हम सम्मानित करते हैं। नागौर राजस्थान से शुभ लक्ष्मी फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड।
नमस्कार साथियों, मेरा नाम रविंद्र गौड़ है और मैं शुभ लक्ष्मी फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी में डायरेक्टर हूँ। NCDEX की तरफ से हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को कमोडिटी बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस अवार्ड के लिए चुना गया है, जिसके लिए हमें अवार्ड दिया गया है, जिसके लिए मैं NCDEX को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि उन्होंने हमारे काम को सराहा है। उसके लिए उनको धन्यवाद। NCDEX में हम चना, मस्टर्ड और गंवार के ऊपर ट्रेड करते हैं और हमें मार्केट प्राइस से 300-400 रुपए ऊपर मिलता है। और NCDEX की जो सब्सिडी स्कीम है, उसका भी हमें समय समय पर फायदा मिलता है, जिसके लिए हम NCDEX को धन्यवाद देते हैं। और हम आगे ये भी चाहते हैं कि NCDEX हमेशा किसानों और किसानों के उत्पादक संगठनों की मदद करता रहे। थैंक यू।
मंदसौर MP से मंदसौर फार्मर प्रोड्यूसर कंपनी लिमिटेड।
सबसे पहले मैं धन्यवाद करना चाहूंगा NCDEX टीम का, जिन्होंने हमें इस FPO अवार्ड के लिए सिलेक्ट किया। मैं इस NCDEX टीम का सदैव आभारी रहूंगा। NCDEX में काम करते हुए करीबन हमें 3 साल हो गए हैं। हमने सोयाबीन से इसकी शुरुआत करी थी और अब हम धनिया में काम कर रहे हैं। NCDEX का जो प्लेटफॉर्म है, जो फार्मर और FPO के लिए सबसे बेस्ट है। इसका जो प्राइस लॉक का जो चीज होता है, कॉन्सेप्ट, वो प्राइस लॉक करने का जो होता है, ये सबसे बेस्ट ऑप्शन होता है। इसमें हम अपने भाव का पहले ही निर्धारण कर सकते हैं, ताकि जब मार्केट में जब फसल आने लग जाती है, तब उसके बाजार गिरते हैं तो हमें एक श्योरिटी रहती है कि इस भाव पे हमें माल हमारा बिक ही जाएगा। तो मैं सभी इस FPO और फार्मर से रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप लोग भी इस प्लेटफॉर्म से जुड़े। इसके बहुत सारे फायदे हैं, हमें इसके साथ में जुड़ के बहुत सारा लाभ होता है। धन्यवाद।
FPOs को NCDEX प्लेटफॉर्म के साथ जुड़ने के लिए काफी मेहनत करते हैं हमारे FPO साथी। आइए हम सम्मानित करते हैं उन FPO साथी को जो इस साल हमारे साथ FPO को जोड़ने में काफी मदद की है। FPO साथी जिनको हम सम्मानित करना चाहते हैं वो है फिलिप कैपिटल इंडिया प्राइवेट लिमिटेड।
From Phillip Capital, myself, Rajni Panikar, would like to thank everybody at NCDEX for giving us the Commodity 2022 awards for supporting member in getting FPOs on board. We think that NCDEX is playing a very critical role in connecting FPOs to the commodity exchange. We as member are supporting NCDEX in their endeavor. We have, during this year, onboarded FPOs and taken them through the entire process, right from account opening, the onboarding process once they are members, the trading facilities that has to be offered to them. We think that FPOs are a very important part of the value chain in the agricultural sector. And therefore, the role that NCDEX is playing is commendable, and we are giving our support so that this entire exercise is fruitful for the value chain. Thank you once again for the award.
I would like to congratulate all the members and the participants and the FPOs to make this evening grand success, and looking forward to work with you all in the coming financial year. Now I would like to hand over to our Chief Business Officer, Mr. Kapil Dev.
Thank you very much, Aline, and very good evening to all of you. After Aline, I will take all of you through the next category of awards, which is very, very important for this ecosystem. Derivatives market primarily were designed, discussed, and developed for price risk management and hedging. And that's how these markets are being used globally by the value chain participants. In India, we have seen huge participation coming from hedgers, and every segment of hedgers, starting from producers and processors, traders, exporter, and importer. Though multiple times we get confused with hedging, when to hedge, how to hedge, and how we should structure our hedging. For an organization who is exposed to various price risks, it is important that they have a well-defined risk management policy. And in this category, I would like to introduce you a few of the organizations who have shown the best way how a hedge policy should be defined and how hedging should be done based on a policy. Let me introduce you this category, which is organizations with best price risk management policy. And in this, the first name is ITC Agri Business Division Limited. And I would like to invite Mr. Rajiv Shah, Head Derivatives Trading, to accept this award and to grace the occasion with few words.
Thank you, NCDEX, for this wonderful award and for the opportunity to receive back-to-back awards in the category of Best Risk Management and Hedgers category. So we are delighted to receive this award. And as you all know that ITC Limited is a pioneer in hedging, doing risk management, and believes completely in hedging and risk management policy, how an organization should act in this volatile commodity world. So we are delighted that NCDEX is acknowledging this fact and giving us this award. At the same time, I can also wish NCDEX best of luck, and I look forward NCDEX in the coming days, coming years as a solution partner for the industry. So therefore, I wish best of luck to NCDEX in the coming years and hope that we all inculcate this habit of hedging and risk management, and may this exchange grow in volume and turnover and bottom line in coming days. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajiv. It was really nice to listen your views on hedging and price risk management. And I think this will really help others to have a structured hedge policy. Now, the next name to the list is Ruchi Soya Industries Limited. And we have Mr. Chirag Badala, Head Price Risk Management for Ruchi Soya. I would like to invite him to accept the award and share his views on this achievement.
Yeah, thank you NCDEX for giving Ruchi Soya Industries award on best practices on risk management policies. We are, the price risk management policies is an important aspect of any company, any business like us. Ruchi Soya Industries have always believed in having a very strong and robust risk management policies, and NCDEX has provided a platform where we can manage our risk properly and efficiently. Risk management has been an important tool and important aspect for companies where to manage our profitability and the supply chains that we are into. So thank you again, and we look forward for getting more tools that NCDEX could provide us to manage our risk management. Thank you.
Thank you, Chirag. In the list, the next organization which we would like to recognize is Rajasthan Gums Private Limited. And we have Mr. Bhairu Jain, CEO, to accept this award and share his views on this achievement.
Yeah, thanks for choosing our organization for the best risk management policy award. We at Rajasthan Gum always follow the risk mitigation tools for export of our product, and exchange has helped us a lot in facilitating and providing the platform for risk management. Thanks for choosing our organization.
Thank you, Bhairuji. I think this award categories and experience shared by all of the recipient tell us that how important it is to have a defined risk management policy and follow that for price risk management. So you are not deviated and you are not taking unnecessarily risk while you are doing hedging. Thank you again, all of you. Now I take all of you to our next category, which is equally important and very, very relevant for the Indian financial market, which is the retail segment. Indian financial market have seen tremendous growth in terms of new clients coming and joining the financial markets. And if we go by the profile, these retails are young professionals, millennials, and most of the time, in most of the cases, first-time investors. And when we have such a huge client base joining our market and going to experience their first trading experience into various segments of the market, it becomes important that these clients are nurtured well, they are handled well, all supports are provided to them in time, all of their queries, do and don'ts, regulatory requirement, and all other important informations are provided in time. All the supports which is required to handle these kind of clients is maybe the best of best technology interface, the right set of informations, right after sales support, and research and informations. And I'm happy to introduce that all of our members have really grown up quickly to address this, to handle this opportunity in a best way. But there are few who have set the example and have really excelled in providing best support to the retail clients. And Today, I take this opportunity to recognize few of them in this category, which is Best Outstanding Members for retail segment. And in the list, I would like to invite first Angel One, and we have Mr. Ketan Shah, which is CRO from Angel One, to share his experience and accept the award.
On behalf of Angel One, we would like to thank NCDEX for felicitating us with the Outstanding Contribution Retail Segment Award 2022. It is our pleasure and honor to receive this award from NCDEX. Would also like to thank all our Angelites, customers, partners for extending their unconditional support. Without their support, this would not have become possible. We also would like to wish NCDEX all the very best and a successful financial year 2022-23. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ketan. The next member in this category is Motilal Oswal Financial Services Limited, and we have Mr. Kishore Narne, Director Commodities and Currencies, to accept the award and share his views.
Yeah, I would like to thank NCDEX for this award and recognition. I'm very proud we are part of this exchange, and we contribute to their value system and to their nation building work of managing price risk in agricultural commodities especially. I've been associated with NCDEX and I've been working with them for a very long time now, and they have done phenomenal contributions in this area, and they have become an essential part of the entire agricultural price discovery as well as risk management. They also have been a phenomenal effort in managing the warehouses and deliveries across the country and across the products. So I give the entire credit to their management and team. Whereas we have seen some rough patches in between, but I'm sure we will be overcoming these obstacles and continue to grow and develop. I wish good luck to NCDEX, and also request all my co-participants and all other brokers to invest effort, money, and time in developing these markets, which are going to be contributing to the nation building. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kishore. And now we have one more, which is Religare Broking Services Limited, and we have Mr. Manish Handa, who is National Head Sales, to accept this award and share his views on this achievement.
So firstly, on behalf of the entire Religare Broking team, I would like to thank NCDEX for recognizing our contribution in the commodities exchange ecosystem. We are extremely delighted to win Commodities Award under the leading retail broking category. It is certainly a big honor for us and definitely quite encouraging for our presence in the segment. I believe the credit goes to our people, strong network, including our business partners, to get such acknowledgement from the exchange. Now, if we look at the agricultural sector in India, NCDEX has quite successfully contributed in establishing an efficient linkage between the spot and future markets. Moreover, the exchange has been efficiently providing opportunities for different segments of market participants like hedgers, arbitrageurs, FPOs, speculators, and the retail traders. It provides all the stakeholders in the value chain with a tool to offset price risk by hedging in the future market. Also, as we see, economic activities is picking up in India, and hence demand for most commodities is also rising. Also, this Russia-Ukraine war, this has led to sharp increase in prices of agri commodities. Though inflation is also rising, but the good part is that it is leading to transfer of income from the urban sector to the farmers. So our sense is that the agricultural sector in India is expected to generate better momentum in the next few years due to increased investment in agricultural infrastructure. So this will encourage more number of farmers and farmer groups like FPOs, corporates to increase their exposure in the future markets for hedging purposes. So our best wishes are with the NCDEX in scaling up the business for the entire value chain. We once again thanks NCDEX for this quoted award. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Manish. I think that this is really nice to listen how members are really putting their focus to provide best of services and technology and all other support which is required. And if I'm sure if these clients are nurtured well, they are going to be a long-term asset for Indian financial market, and definitely will ensure that the next generation quickly join the market with the positive feedback, testimonial, and experience these new clients have in the ecosystem. Thank you very much, all of you again. Now I move to the next category, which is equally very important, not most of the time discussed very prominently, but this is, I think, one of the most important aspects when we go to the trading. As all of us know, that the current market conditions, fundamentals, and prices have a lot of things to discuss about, and there are various factors which are working. As I discussed earlier, the clients have joined recently, and they have limited information about the financial market. While we have seen in last 2 years, market have behaved in a very volatile territory, and there are various factors which are impacted prices. We have seen some historical kind of price movement, and it is important that the client and all other stakeholders who are part of the ecosystems are informed well, and they know maybe before what is going to impact the market, and maybe post what has led to these kind of price movement. And if these informations are provided in time, I think confidence of market and the participants remain intact, and maybe it increases over a period of time. And this job to provide right set of information is being done by few of the research houses, or I would rather say many of the research houses, but we would like to recognize few of them. So the next category belongs to the members with best research support to their clients and to the ecosystem. And in this category, I would like to invite first Kedia Stock and Commodities Research Limited, and we have Mr. Ajay Kedia, Director, to accept this award and share his views.
Thank you NCDEX for giving us this award, and surely जो केडिया एडवाइजरी टीम और हमने जो भी एफर्ट्स किए उसको रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि एक फेमसली कोट दिया हुआ है कि नॉलेज इज ऑफ नो वैल्यू अनलेस यू पुट इट इनटू प्रैक्टिस। तो हमारा ओवरऑल जो ऑब्जर्वेशन रहता है वो यही रहता है कि जो भी नॉलेज है उसको शेयर करना चाहिए, और खास करके जिस ढंग से हमने देखा है पिछले 2 साल से कमोडिटी एक वाइब्रेंट वे में मूव कर रहा है, तो काफी अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी हम देख रहे हैं। तो हमारी तरफ से हमेशा यही एक एफर्ट रहता है कि बेस्ट से बेस्ट जो नॉलेज शेयरिंग रहनी चाहिए वो हम जरूर करते हैं, और उसको एफर्ट्स ये जो है वो हमारी टीम एफर्ट्स है जिसमें आज रिकॉग्निशन मिला, तो उसके लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, आप लोगों ने इस चीज को रिकॉग्नाइज किया। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Mr. Ajay. In the same category now, we have our next awardee, which is IFL Securities Limited, and we have Mr. Anuj Gupta, who is Vice President Research for Commodities and Currency, to accept this recognition award and share his views.
I am Anuj Gupta on the behalf of IFL Securities. I'm very thankful to NCDEX for giving this award. As NCDEX regularly working towards the development of agri-commodities market and ecosystem for the economy. As our economy is agri-based economy, so the role of NCDEX is very important. NCDEX playing a very vital role towards price discovery and risk management for agri-commodities. We have seen that so many FPOs are now associated with the NCDEX and using its platform to give and take delivery, physical delivery for the commodities. So towards the farmers' risk protection, crop protection, NCDEX derivative products works well. NCDEX is also providing hedging mechanism by formulating future and option strategy and by spot and future arbitrage at the time of high risk price fluctuation, as we have seen in the past. So again, I am very thankful to NCDEX for this award and wishing for the growth of agri commodities futures market and the growth of NCDEX. So we are always with NCDEX to increase agri commodities ecosystem in India. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to both of you, and really interested to know your views that how research are playing crucial role in the decision making while clients are trading. And you are right that this is a very unique time when almost all the factors which impact prices are active, whether it's geopolitical situation, whether it's war, whether it's currency, inflation, weather, supply disruption, and having the right information while you trade is very, very crucial. We look forward your continuous support to provide right information to the client and taking them through in a right decision-making process. Thank you very much. With this, I would like to hand over the proceedings to my colleague, Mr. Amit Upadhyay, to discuss next categories and awardees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kapil. Good evening to all of you, and it's a golden opportunity for me to announce the next category of awards. Myself, Amit Upadhyay, I lead business development at Exchange. Members are an integral part of commodity ecosystem, and they are the one who bring the end participants and connect on the commodity derivatives market. So the next category of award and to felicitate members across geographies, I call upon our first winner from North region. Mr. Arpit Agrawal, Managing Director, Achintya Securities Private Limited.
Hello everyone. We would like to congratulate NCDEX for conducting this online version of the award ceremony during these COVID times. NCDEX has been essentially backbone of price discovery for agricultural commodities in India. Exchange has been launching various new products like commodity indices, futures, options on agri commodities, etc. We would like to thank NCDEX for recognizing us by giving this award. We wish NCDEX all the very best for all its future endeavors. Thank you.
The next member in North region, significant contribution in the North region is Mr. Nitin Sahi, who is the Executive Director of Findoc Investmart Private Limited. So I congratulate Nitin ji.
First of all, I would like to thank you, NCDEX, for this award, and it has been a pleasure working with NCDEX and team of NCDEX. The role of NCDEX had been plausible for the agri commodity they are doing. Lots of FPOs, I feel, and I think they are getting registered with NCDEX, which is a very great thing, which is happening across the country. And I really appreciate the role of NCDEX. Thank you very much, NCDEX, for honoring us with this award. And I attribute this award to my team. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
The next member with significant contribution in the North region is SMC Global Securities Limited, and I call Mr. D.K. Agrawal, Chairman and Managing Director, SMC Global Securities Limited.
At the outset, I would like to thank NCDEX for felicitating us, for recognizing us, for giving that kind of appreciation for our significant contribution to the commodities market in the members category. In fact, it really feels good when you get this award from the largest agri exchange of the country. I would also like to compliment NCDEX for providing us a very robust trading platform, which is helping in the fair price discovery of various commodities. And also, it is proving to be a very useful tool for hedging the price risk for various participants of this value chain, be it exporters, importers, producers, even the entire industry is getting benefit out of it. We thank you again.
Our next member with significant contribution in the North region is Ganganagar Commodity Limited. And I would like to invite Mr. Vishal Bagaria for receiving this award.
नमस्कार, मैं विशाल बगरिया गंगानगर कमोडिटी लिमिटेड से NCDEX को धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा, जो इस तरह से अवार्ड फंक्शन आयोजित कर मेंबर को एनकरेज करते हैं अच्छा परफॉर्म करने के लिए। इस तरह के अवार्ड फंक्शन से नेशनल लेवल पर हम मेंबर लोगों को एक पहचान मिलती है और हमें अच्छा परफॉर्म करने के लिए एक मोटिवेशन मिलता है। तो एक बार फिर से NCDEX को धन्यवाद हमें कृषि अवार्ड देने के लिए। धन्यवाद।
Next, I would like to invite Mr. Yuvraj Kanungo from Hindustan Technosol for significant contribution in the North region.
Hello everyone. From the whole Hindustan Technosol team, we are delighted and honored to have received this prestigious award from the largest agri-commodity exchange in the country. Hindustan Technosol has been a member of NCDEX since the very inception. And I would like to thank the whole NCDEX team for their continuous support throughout our journey. Secondly, this award goes to the whole team of Hindustan Technosol and our network of branches all across the country, who have been putting their tireless efforts in not just tier 1 cities, but also tier 2 and tier 3 cities of our country. At Hindustan Technosol, we believe it is a continuous process of evolving and bringing in latest technology to our retail clients, which we believe is the key to achieve even bigger milestones. Thank you once again.
My heartiest congratulations to all the members who are winners of significant contribution in the North region. The next category of award is significant contribution in the Western India. No one will disagree that excellency is never an accident. It is the result of high intention, sincere efforts, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and a vision to see obstacles as opportunity in the financial markets. To felicitate our significant contribution from members in Western India, I would like to invite Mr. Rakesh Bhandari, who is the Director, Nirmal Bang Securities Private Limited.
Thank you, NCDEX, for giving us this prestigious award. Agri-commodity, always NCDEX is doing great job, and we are very happy to associate with NCDEX. In Western region, obviously very relevant for agri-commodities, and we are happy to receive this award for Western region. And we would like to congratulate Exchange for doing the great job as well. And we wish all the very best to Exchange for future growth. Thank you very much.
In the Western India category, again, I would like to invite Mr. Ankit Sheth from Kumarji Commodities Broker Private Limited for significant contribution in Western region.
Hi, this is Ankit Sheth from Kumarji Commodities Brokers, Ahmedabad. We are thankful to NCDEX, our clients and our stakeholders who have enabled us to achieve this feat and award in category of significant contribution in members category. NCDEX, since its inception, has been very instrumental in providing active and robust platforms to all its clients and stakeholders. And NCDEX and Kumarji have had a very fruitful long-term relationship, and we, along with NCDEX, have been able to provide our clients with highly organized market platform, not only for price discovery but also making and accepting deliveries from the exchange. We look forward for more fruitful and long-term association with NCDEX. Thank you.
The next member in significant contribution in Western India is Mr. Jitendra Shah from Times Comtrade.
Hi everyone, I am Jitendra Shah, Managing Director of Tipsons Group. We are with the member of NCDEX for last 10 years, and we are one of the top 200 members of NCDEX. We have been told that we have been selected for awards, and I'm really thankful for NCDEX for giving us this opportunity. This awards is nothing but an award goes to the team Tipsons and team NCDEX, because without their support, this would have not been possible. And as far as NCDEX is concerned, I would like to say thanks to NCDEX team, because they have always been supportive. In good times, in bad times, in crisis times, they have always been with our side, our member side. So that has been a very good positive sign for them. As far as products are concerned, NCDEX has launched many products, and particularly derivative products. That these products are good as far as traders are concerned or as far as farmers are concerned, because that gives a very transparent pricing into the market and a liquidity into the market. So because of that, the market has been large and vibrant. So everybody has got a transparent pricing, and because of that, people have a confidence into the NCDEX and commodity market. So I would like to say thanks to NCDEX team, and I wish them all the best for their future endeavors. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Last but not the least, from the Western India, I would like to invite Mr. Jeet Marwadi from Marwadi Shares and Finance Limited for significant contribution in Western India.
Hello everyone, happy to receive this award and honor from NCDEX. Happy to also share that we have extended our services best in class in the region and across the nation on the commodity segment at NCDEX, and we enjoy a very good market share. Thank you for our team members who are working extensively on this, and to the NCDEX community. Thank you.
My heartiest congratulations to all the 4 winners in significant contribution in the western part of the country. The next category of award is significant contribution in eastern part of the country. The first award, I would like to invite Mr. Vivek Bajaj from KTD Trading Advisors LLP.
Thank you, NCDEX, for recognizing our effort. You have been a great exchange. I still remember we started our commodities journey with you, and it has been a great, rewarding journey for all of us. So thank you so much on behalf of the entire Credit family for recognizing our effort, and we wish you a very, very best of luck for your future.
The next award for significant contribution in East India, I would like to invite Mr. Satyen Rairana from Radar Vision Limited.
Thank you to the management of NCDEX for organizing this event of NCDEX Commodity Awards 2022. It has been a great journey for us at Radar Vision with NCDEX for the last 5 years. We are proud to be associated and being a part of this eventful journey with NCDEX, where the entire price discovery mechanism in the commodity segment market helps the ecosystem and value chain participants, and thereby adding value and managing the price risks for the entire ecosystem. We once again thank the entire management of NCDEX, Mr. Arun Raste and Mr. Kapil Dev, for successfully managing the entire tough times in past 3 years, especially the pandemic times. And we hope that NCDEX will grow from strength to strength with newer products coming up, and which will add value to the entire ecosystem. Thank you.
So no one else deserves this award more than all of you who have been winner. And the next category of award is significant contribution South India. For this, I would like to invite Mr. Sanil Paingadan, Assistant Director, Currency and Commodities from Geojit Financial Services Limited.
Hi, we are extremely happy to receive the Significant Contribute Award from NCDEX for South India. It is nothing less than an honor, absolute honor for Geojit. We are grateful for being considered for this award. Geojit relationship with NCDEX since the inception, from the formation of the exchange. And we wish all the very best for all future endeavors. And once again, thank you for this award, and we are truly honored to receive it. Thank you so much.
Moving to the next category of award to the Central India. I would like to invite Mr. Sunil Sabu from Agro Commodity Private Limited for significant contribution in the central region of the country.
मैं सुनील साबू एग्रो कमोडिटी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड इंदौर से NCDEX का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, जिसने हमें हाईएस्ट कंट्रीब्यूशन इन रीजनल कैटेगरी के लिए चुना। NCDEX के साथ 2004 से जुड़ा है हम, काफ़ी उतार चढ़ाव देखे। NCDEX ने प्राइस डिस्कवरी में अपना महत्वपूर्ण योगदान दिया और आशा करते हैं आगे भी देता रहेगा। हम NCDEX के भविष्य की अच्छी कामना करते हैं क्योंकि उसके साथ हमारा भविष्य भी जुड़ा है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Next, I would love to invite Mr. Nirav Desai for significant contribution in Central India from Nikhil Commodity and Derivatives Private Limited.
Thank you very much, NCDEX and Mr. Arun Raste, the entire NCDEX team, for giving Nikhil Commodity the award for significant contributor in Central India. We are really pleased to have this. And it is not just me, but my entire team who's thankful for this. And we are very pleased. We've been members of NCDEX since inception, and it is like we've been growing together with each other. In Nikhil Commodities, we provide a unique combination of futures, research, and physical. So we are also a research company known as GGN Research, which does market intelligence on the agro produce, the overall supply chain situation, the supply S&D, the import parities, crush margins, and other things. We are also intermediaries, and we have big physical flow into a lot of commodities. So this gives a very unique service to our customers. They get a consultative guidance on all angles of the commodity market. And NCDEX has always been a very robust platform for us for trade execution, clearing, and the most unique system that NCDEX has is of a very good physical delivery mechanism, which not a lot of exchanges are able to do. And we are very happy to be a part of this whole NCDEX team. Thank you once again, NCDEX. And thank you on behalf of my team at Nikhil Commodity. Thank you.
Last but not the least in the member category, I would invite Mr. Naresh Vijayvargiya and my heartiest congratulations for significant contribution in Central India from TradeWinds Commodities and Derivatives Private Limited.
I thank you NCDEX for recognizing our effort as a regional member, and we will continue try our best to strive and thrive for the next league, and all the best for the coming time. And it is definitely very turbulence right now, but we hope we will recover from all this situation and hope to see good time again.
Thank you all of you, and many congratulations for all the members for their significant contribution in their respective regions. Thank you.
Thanks, Amit. I'm here to present the next category of awards. These awards are to our esteemed institutional members for their valuable contribution and services offered by them to clients participating on the exchange. First award under this category goes to member Kotak Securities Limited. I would request Mr. Viren Mayani to say a few words.
Hi, I am Viren Mayani, Senior Vice President, Kotak Securities. Thank you NCDEX for giving us the award for outstanding contribution towards institutional participation in agro commodities. New product variants like sectorial indices and option launched by the exchange has been an enabler. Option contract with underlying future will attract the value chain, limiting the downside with premium amount. I wish all the best to NCDEX for their outstanding contribution towards agri markets and growth in the Indian economy. Thanks.
The next award under this category goes to member IIFL Wealth Management Limited. I would request Mr. Viral Shah to say a few words.
On behalf of the team at IIFL Wealth, we thank you NCDEX for honoring us. NCDEX has been a powerful catalyst for the agricultural value chain. We resonate with the exchange's deep commitment to the national objective of upliftment and development of farmers and agricultural sector. In their relentless effort to connect the primary producers to the exchange, they have paved the way for the recurring, sustainable and inclusive growth of our agrarian economy. As the Indian economy is poised to achieve the $5 trillion milestone in the coming years, the need for agri price risk management will only increase. We are sure that with new products and participation, NCDEX will play a key role in the commodities ecosystem for years to come. IIFL Wealth is privileged to be recognized for our contribution to this ecosystem. We believe every recognition and award are reminders to keep going towards the next milestone. Thank you for identifying us as institutional members for outstanding contribution. With sights on the horizon, we continue driving trades on commodities with client centricity guiding our priorities and conviction. Thank you once again, and we at IIFL Wealth look forward to working closely with the entire value chain associated with NCDEX. Thank you.
I would now request our CFO, Mr. Atul Rungta, to present the next category of awards. Thank you.
Thank you, Hitesh. The next category of awards are to felicitate institutional participants. Their expertise and scale of operations will drive growth in the commodity derivatives market. After institutional participants have been permitted to offer commodity derivatives as a product, our outstanding contributors have gone the extra mile to be the first movers to drive the opportunity offered by this asset class. In the category of outstanding institutional participant, we are felicitating Tata Mutual Fund. I would like to request Mr. Aurobindo Vayan, Head Commodity Strategist, to say a few words.
Hi, we are from Tata Mutual Fund. Happy to receive the award from the prestigious agribusiness exchange in India, that is NCDEX. We are extremely happy to receive this award as Tata Mutual Fund is the first mutual fund in the industry who have had faith in the agriculture industry, commodity industry, especially NCDEX, and we have been participating in our multiple mutual fund schemes, commodities trading, and NCDEX has been really supportive in terms of operation activities and giving us a good platform to participate in the various commodities under the NCDEX platform. And for our investors, I must say that investing through the NCDEX on various agriculture commodities helps us not only improve the returns, it also makes a huge difference in terms of portfolio diversification. So I would once again congratulate NCDEX for running the show for several years now, and we are extremely delighted and happy to receive this award. Thank you very much.
The second recipient in this category is Alpha Alternatives. May I request Mr. Mudit Singhania, Partner and Head Commodities, to acknowledge the award.
Thank you, NCDEX, for giving us the opportunity, and thank you for the award to Alpha Alternatives for the institutional participation. I think this has been second year in the row for us to achieve this award, and it gives us a lot of honor and a lot of happiness to kind of receive this on behalf of the entire organization. So Alpha Alternatives is today the largest Category 3 fund in the commodity space in the country, and we hope to keep pushing the boundaries of involving more and more participants in the commodity markets as we move along. Thank you once again, NCDEX, for this award. Thank you.
I will now hand over to Mr. Arun Yadav to take this award ceremony forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Atul. The next category of awards is for the participants who not only acts as a pillar for the derivatives market, but also provides stability and confidence to other players. Their contribution is one of the major prerequisites for success of any futures contract. Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to invite the winners under the category of Outstanding Hedging Participation. And the first winner under this category is ADM Agro Limited. I would request Mr. Prashant Reddy from ADM Agro Private Limited to kindly share a few words with us.
I'm really grateful to receive this award on the commodity hedging scenario in India. I'd like to thank Team ADM and all the everyone who is involved into the part of this, making this as a successful one. And I also thank NCDEX for all the efforts they have been putting in the commodity sector and wish them a great success as well. Thank you.
The next winner under this category is COFCO International. And we have Mr. Simarpal Singh from COFCO International, and I would request him to kindly share a few words with us.
On behalf of my COFCO team, I thank NCDEX for this recognition. I would like to add that at COFCO, we are building a world-class global agribusiness committed to providing food the world needs in a responsible manner. We have a clearly defined strategy to realize this, and one of them is to increase the volume of commodities we source from farming communities, while making sure that our logistics and supply chains are as efficient and productive as possible, so that we can create a positive impact on the communities where we work and live. With this context, increased geopolitical risks and particularly weather unpredictability have contributed to uncertainty around crop outputs, leading to continued price volatility. Commodity hedging comes in as an opportunity for companies for a comprehensive risk management program. We are extremely happy to partner with NCDEX to support the agrarian economy in the country by enhancing farmer realization, while at the same time supporting the Indian consumer to get the best prices. Thank you, NCDEX.
Friends, this year we have added another category for the hedgers, and this category is known as emerging hedger. And this year, the winner under the emerging hedger category is Green Agri Revolution Private Limited. We have Mr. Himanshu Pandey from Green Agri Revolution Private Limited, and I would request him to share a few words with us.
Hi, my name is Himanshu. I'm a part of the Hath family operated by Green Agri Revolution Private Limited. We are an agri-tech startup that offers full stack agriculture services to the farmers, right from providing agriculture input, customized farm advisory, financial services, and marketing linkages. Nevertheless, I'm very glad to deliver my speech on such an occasion and momentous occasion of my life. It has been an honor for me to receive this award. I'm deeply thankful to all the teams of NCDEX, business, product, warehousing, logistics, NERL, marketing, and CSG, without whom this milestone wouldn't have been even possible. Derivative contracts on NCDEX are a very, very strong tool in providing both better prices to the farmers and FPOs and creating a safety net in form of hedging and to the processing industry. Since a couple of decades now, the exchange has played a very, very vital role in strengthening the overall agri ecosystem in India. I must say, and I really remember those lines, that NCDEX is for the farmers, of the farmers, and by the farmers. Every drop in the ocean counts, and we will still always be thankful to all who has supported us in reaching this milestone. Looking forward to be a more crucial stakeholder exchange this year. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Friends, with this, we have come to the end of this segment. And to take this event forward, now I would request Mr. Avinash Mohan, Chief Surveillance and Investigation. Avinash, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Arun. I'm here to announce a couple of awards for the category of valuable contribution towards connecting value chain participants to the commodity derivatives market. And I have two awardees in this particular category. The first award goes to Mr. Amit Maheshwari from Kilimanjaro.
Hi, I am Amit Maheshwari from Kilimanjaro, part of ETG Group. We thank NCDEX for acknowledging our efforts in the value chain. We have been associated with NCDEX ecosystem to manage our price risk. Our experience on exchange platform as an enabler to create an impact has been great. We are glad that we are an impact creator, influencing other value chain participants towards this efficient mechanism of price discovery and hedging. Once again, I would like to thank NCDEX for recognizing our efforts even at the time of volatile markets. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Amit, for the valuable contribution that you have placed in connecting value chain participants to the exchange ecosystem. The second award goes to Mr. Bulesh Bagaria from BBCom Trade. Again, thanks a lot, Bulesh ji, for your valuable contribution towards the exchange.
Hi, I'm Bulesh Bagaria, Director Promoter of BB Commodities Private Limited, Mumbai. And I would like to thanks to NCDEX for considering us for this award ceremony for our hedging activities on the exchange platform. And I really say thanks to NCDEX for providing such good platform for the hedging purpose, So I urge all the participants, please have your positions also to mitigate your risk. This is really a right platform where you can hedge your position and you can mitigate your risk. And in the last, once again, I would like to thanks to NCDEX and entire team for providing such good platform. Thank you so much.
With this, I'd like to hand over to Mr. Hemant Singhvi to take this award ceremony forward. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Avinash. I am here to present the awards to recognize the services provided by our warehouse service providers and clearing members. NCCL is responsible for clearing and settlement of all trades executed on NCDEX, and it provides a robust and transparent risk management platform. NCCL as a CC, the primary objective is to mitigate counterparty risk by settlement guarantee. Clearing Corporation acts as a central counterparty, and by its role, even if there is a default by any member to meet its liability, the Clearing Corporation has to meet liability to all others, thus ensuring that system does not have any counterparty risk. The role of warehouse service providers and clearing members assumes more significance in the commodity segment as physical deliveries are involved, and they help NCCL meet its objective. We are happy to announce the winners under the following categories. Outstanding warehouse service provider. A National Commodities Management Services Limited.
I'm grateful to NCDEX for recognizing NCML for its services as an outstanding warehouse services provider. This award is a recognition for the good work that is being done in the field by NCML team, specifically during the pandemic times. In the last year, we have handled over 150,000 tons of goods incoming and more than that outgoing. And this has been done across 21 locations involving 17 commodity grades. So essentially, it's a very deep-rooted relationship spread across the country. Just to recap, NCML and NCDEX go back working together to 2004. So it's a long-standing relationship. And this recognition is somewhere a validation of the good job that NCML does. But at the same time, it is a great encouragement for our team and all of NCML to continue doing the good job. And I'm hopeful that this recognition will provide that encouragement to my team and to the organization. And we look forward to continuing this association and taking it to even greater heights.
Outstanding WSP by volumes handled. LTC Commercial Company Private Limited.
Thanks for hosting Commodity Award 2022, NCDEX. NCDEX पिछले 2003 के बाद से कंटिन्यू कमोडिटी मार्केट में एक बहुत ही लीडिंग रोल अदा कर रहा है और आज कमोडिटी मार्केट के अंदर NCDEX एक बेंचमार्क है। NCDEX के अनुसार ही मार्केट की प्राइसिंग तय होती है कमोडिटी मार्केट में और NCDEX के साथ में LTC कमर्शियल कंपनी एज ए सर्विस प्रोवाइडर फॉर वेयरहाउसिंग एंड टेस्टिंग, मुझे बड़ा गर्व महसूस हो रहा है कि हम इतने बड़े एक्सचेंज के साथ में जुड़े हुए हैं और NCDEX के साथ में हम लोग भी ग्रो कर रहे हैं। और आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आपने हमारी कंपनी को मोस्ट वॉल्यूम हैंडल के लिए आउटस्टैंडिंग अवार्ड दिया। इसका पूरा क्रेडिट मैं LTC की टीम को देना चाहूंगा और NCDEX की लॉजिस्टिक और बिजनेस टीम भी इसके लिए क्रेडिट के हकदार है, क्योंकि उनके सपोर्ट के बिना हम लोग इस अचीवमेंट को नहीं प्राप्त कर पाते। थैंक्स।
Outstanding WSP by customer satisfaction. Star Agri Warehousing and Collateral Management Limited.
Hello all, I am Amit Agarwal, one of the co-founder and director in Star Agri. And I am very much grateful to NCDEX for giving us award in warehousing service provider category. And I recall my association with NCDEX is a 14-year-old association, and we have been serving NCDEX from last so many years. And it is now one of kind relationship which we cherish every time, every moment. Thank you.
Outstanding clearing member. Globe Commodities Limited.
Yeah, thank you NCDEX for giving us this Clearing Member of the Year award. I think commodity market in India can have a turnover which will be multiple of the current turnover, because globally commodity turnover is more than the turnover in the equity market. And I think the possibilities are limitless. And NCDEX offers a platform which is needed by hedgers, traders, even a common man and the country. All the best and thank you for giving us this award.
On behalf of Orbis family, I am delighted and honored to receive this award from NCDEX. So I believe India being one of the largest consumption economies, specifically in commodities, derivatives market like NCDEX plays a very crucial role, both in terms of price discovery as well as in terms of risk management. NCDEX has continued to play a crucial role, and we as a custodian shall pave way for institutional participation, which will not only enhance liquidity in commodity derivatives market, but will also help in better price discovery. Thank you once again, NCDEX for this award.
Congratulations to all the winners. Now I would request Ms. Kavita Jha to announce next category of awards.
Thanks, Hemant. Hi, I'm Kavita Jha, and I lead the marketing and strategic initiatives at the exchange. The next category of awards, we are felicitating media houses that have been associated with us and are disseminating information to all our stakeholders. Under this category, we are felicitating Z Business and CNBC Awaaz. From Z Business, I'd like to call Mr. Anil Singhvi, Managing Editor, to say a few words.
जी बिजनेस को कमोडिटीज में बेहतरीन कवरेज के लिए सिग्निफिकेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन बाय मीडिया इलेक्ट्रॉनिक चैनल का जो बड़ा सम्मान देश के सबसे बड़े एग्री एक्सचेंज एनसीडीएक्स ने दिया है, इसके लिए एक्सचेंज को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपका आभार। आपका पसंदीदा चैनल जी बिजनेस न सिर्फ देश का पहला हिंदी बिजनेस चैनल है, बल्कि बड़ी लीडरशिप के साथ देश का नंबर 1 बिजनेस चैनल भी बना हुआ है। कमोडिटीज़ में चाहे फिर वो वायदा कारोबार के ट्रेडर्स हों, मंडी के कारोबारी हों या फिर किसान हों, हमने आप सबके हक की बात बड़ी मजबूती से उठाई है और उसे पॉलिसी मेकर्स तक भी पहुंचाई है। खबर चाहे कोई भी हो, उसका सबसे पहले सटीक और आसान विश्लेषण आपको मिलता है सिर्फ जी बिजनेस पर। हमने इन्वेस्टर्स को चूना लगाने वाले लोगों का भी पर्दाफाश किया है और उसकी गूंज संसद से लेकर सड़क तक लगातार पहुंची है, क्योंकि हमारा मकसद यही है, इन्वेस्टर्स को एजुकेट करें। और तभी तो हम कहते हैं हमारा है आपसे वादा, जी बिजनेस आपका फ़ायदा। और एक बार फिर से एनसीडीएक्स के एमडी अरुण रस्ते साहब और आपकी पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत दिल से धन्यवाद।
From CNBC Awaaz, I'd like to call Ms. Manisha Gupta, Group Editor, Commodities and Currency, to say a few words.
एनसीडीएक्स का बहुत शुक्रिया है कि उन्होंने सीएनबीसी आवाज को रिकॉग्नाइज किया है हमारी कंट्रीब्यूशन और कवरेज जो कमोडिटीज में है उसके लिए। हम अप्रिशिएट भी करते हैं आपकी लगातार जो आप हमें सपोर्ट देते हैं उसके लिए, और हम कमिटेड हैं कि आगे भी हम फेयर, टाइमली और मीनिंगफुल कवरेज पैनल्स के द्वारा, पॉलिसी एनालिसिस के द्वारा यहाँ पर करते रहने की कोशिश भी करेंगे। और हम अपलॉड भी करते हैं एनसीडीएक्स को, जिन्होंने अपनी लीडरशिप एग्रीकल्चर के स्पेस में बनाए रखी है, और जो आप अवेयरनेस यहाँ पर क्रिएट करते हैं सभी स्टेक होल्डर्स के बीच में, नए प्रोडक्ट्स लाके, इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स लाके, नए तरीके यहाँ पर उनको सुझा के, उसके लिए हम आपको भी यहाँ पर कंग्रेचुलेट करते हैं। बहुत शुक्रिया आपका हमें रिकॉग्नाइज करने के लिए।
Thank you. Now I'd like to take this award session forward and like to call my colleague Mr. Bhuvan Bhaskar to announce the next category of awards.
Thank you so much, Kavita, for giving this baton again to me for this grand award ceremony evening. And now let me allow to take you all to the next segment of our award ceremony. And under this segment, we are going to facilitate a very special segment, that is print media. And this is special because print media has been on the forefront of our all the campaigns and our whole effort of creating awareness about anything and everything related to agri commodities, futures trade, and other financial literacy related issues. I would like to announce our first award in this segment that goes to HBL, the Hindu business line, and Mr. M.R. Surmani, head of commodities and agribusiness, is here on behalf of HBL. Now I would like to request Mr. Surmani to say few words about this whole association that NCDEX has with the newspaper. And we all know that the Hindu business line, when it comes to commodity news, there is no in parallel to Hindu business line, because Hindu business line to much extent is a synonymous of commodity related journalism. Mr. Surmani, please.
We are happy the Hindu business line has been chosen for this award by NCDEX. HPL has been the pioneer in agribusiness and commodities reporting right from the day one. We have always considered that commodities and agribusiness are an important part of the economy. Realizing this, our editors from day one till now have been giving the pride of place for coverage of commodities and agribusiness. Right from the top, the editors, to the reporters, to the last person on the desk who brings out the news to you, they have been giving their best to ensure that our commodities and agribusiness are among the best that you can see in the country. We are very happy and glad that an organization like NCDEX, which has been working with the farmers, coordinating with them and looking for the betterment of their life, has given us this award. We are really thankful to NCDEX for recognizing our work and also highlighting how we have been giving a top priority for coverage of commodities and agribusiness. Thank you.
और अब हमारे दूसरे नंबर के जो इस श्रेणी में अवार्ड के लिए जिनको हम बुलाना चाहते हैं वो है नफा नुकसान। और नफा नुकसान राजस्थान के लिए बहुत ही जाना माना नाम है और शायद ही राजस्थान की मंडियों में कोई ट्रेडर हो जो नफा नुकसान की प्रति एक बार न उलटता हो दिन में, जो कमोडिटी से जुड़ा हुआ हो। और इस सेगमेंट में नफा नुकसान को दूसरे जो नंबर पे हम अवार्ड के लिए बुला रहे हैं और नफा नुकसान की ओर से इसके डायरेक्टर श्री जितेंद्र कोठारी यहाँ हैं। और श्री कोठारी, आपसे मेरा निवेदन है कि आप दो शब्द बोलें और बताएं कि किस तरह इस एसोसिएशन ने इस कमोडिटी मार्केट के प्रति लोगों में जागरूकता फैलाने और उनको समय पर सही सूचना देने में किस तरह से सहायता की।
नमस्कार, मैं जितेंद्र कोठारी, डायरेक्टर नफा नुकसान जयपुर से। सबसे पहले एनसीडीएक्स के मैनेजमेंट और इस इवेंट के ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को मेरा आभार और धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने नफा नुकसान को कमोडिटी मार्केट के डेवलपमेंट में कंट्रीब्यूशन के लिए रीजनल मीडिया अवार्ड के लिए चुना है। इंडियन इकोनॉमी में कमोडिटी मार्केट का रोल कैसा है और कैसा रहेगा, यह आज के टाइम में समझना बहुत जरूरी है। इसका एक ब्रीफ कॉन्सेप्ट है कि जब इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट होता है तो रूरल और अर्बन दो तरीके के मार्केट का डेवलपमेंट साथ में चलता है। इसमें कमोडिटी मार्केट का बहुत वास्ट एक बड़ा दायरा हो जाता है, जिसमें टेक्नोलॉजी और कमोडिटी दो ऐसे सेक्टर बनते हैं जो वेल्थ क्रिएशन के सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट सोर्स बन के उभरते हैं। क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी कमोडिटी प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर सकती, इसलिए कमोडिटी आने वाले टाइम में भी वैल्यू क्रिएशन का बहुत बड़ा एक सोर्स बन के आगे चलती रहेगी। वैल्यू क्रिएशन में हम नफा नुकसान में भी यही ध्यान रखते हैं कि जो हम एनालिसिस और खबरें दे रहे हैं वो कैसे बिजनेसमैन के डिसीजन मेकिंग में काम आए, और यही हमारा फोकस शुरू से रहा है। लास्ट में मैं फिर एनसीडीएक्स को और उनकी टीम को नफा नुकसान के एनकरेजमेंट के लिए धन्यवाद देता हूं। थैंक यू।
और अब मैं 2 नंबर के जो अवार्ड के लिए बुलाना चाहता हूं वो है नफा नुकसान राजस्थान के लिए जिनको हम बुलाना चाहते हैं वो है नफा नुकसान जयपुर से। सबसे पहले एनसीडीएक्स के मैनेजमेंट और इस इवेंट के ऑर्गेनाइजर्स को मेरा आभार और धन्यवाद कि उन्होंने नफा नुकसान को कमोडिटी मार्केट के डेवलपमेंट में कंट्रीब्यूशन के लिए रीजनल मीडिया अवार्ड के लिए चुना है। और अब मैं अनाउंस करता हूं हमारे इस कैटेगरी के तीसरे अवार्ड को, जो जाता है एग्रोवन सकाल को। एग्रोवन सकाल, एक बार फिर मैं कहूंगा कि महाराष्ट्र से जो जुड़े लोग हैं, जो मराठी भाषी हैं, चाहे वो ट्रेडर्स हों चाहे वो किसान हों, एग्रोवन सकाल पढ़े बिना जिनका वहां पे शायद ही किसी का दिन बीतता हो, क्योंकि एग्रोवन सकाल की जिस तरह की रीच है और जिस तरह का एफर्ट रहा है एग्रोवन सकाल का इस पूरे परिदृश्य में, वो अनमैच्ड है, उसका वो बेजोड़ है, उसकी तुलना बहुत मुश्किल है। और एग्रोवन सकाल की ओर से हमारे साथ श्री आदिनाथ चौहान हैं, जिनसे मैं आग्रह करूंगा कि वो हमारे दूसरे प्रतिभागियों और हमारे दर्शकों से दो शब्द।
नमस्कार, मैं आदिनाथ चौहान, एडिटर डायरेक्टर सकाल एग्रोवन। एनसीडीएक्स ने हमें ये पुरस्कार देके हमारा सम्मान किया है, इसके लिए मैं एनसीडीएक्स का उसके प्रति आभार व्यक्त करता हूँ। एग्रोवन लास्ट 17 ईयर से काम कर रहा है एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड में। फार्मर को नॉलेज देने के लिए हम काम करते हैं। स्पेसिफिकली मार्केट इंटेलिजेंस में हम काम कर रहे हैं, उनको सभी चीजों के बारे में जो कि मेजर कमोडिटी है महाराष्ट्र की, उसकी कमोडिटी की सब मार्केट इंटेलिजेंस हम उनको दे रहे हैं, एक्सपर्ट के आर्टिकल्स और बाकी सब चीजें। तो इसका फार्मर को बहुत उपयोग हो रहा है। फार्मर के फीडबैक भी हमारे पास उसी तरह से आए हैं, और मुझे लगता है कि हमारे लिए ये गौरव की बात है और इसमें एनसीडीएस का भी बहुत बड़ा सहयोग है। हम इसके लिए एनसीडीएस की आभार व्यक्त करते हैं और हमें ये सम्मान दिया इसलिए भी हम उनका धन्यवाद करते हैं। धन्यवाद।
अब जबकि ये सेगमेंट खत्म हो गया है, हम बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले सेगमेंट की ओर। एंड आई वुड लाइक टू कॉल अपॉन मिस्टर केदार देशपांडे टू लेट अस go into the next segment for the next winners, to announce the next set of winners. Mr. Kedar Deshpande, MD and CEO, NERL.
Thanks, Bhuvan. Let me congratulate NCDEX team for hosting Commodity Awards 22. I am here to announce the best banks category for financing against the NWR in exchange and non-exchange business. Just to add, a non-exchange business, we called it as emerging business. So here I am announcing the first category, that is significant contribution to the exchange business. Kotak Bank.
On this occasion of this award to Kotak Mahindra Bank, I would like to express my gratitude to NCDEX for this recognition. Our equation with NCDEX has gone over a decade old, and we've always appreciated NCDEX for its excellent initiatives to develop the exchange platform, which helps farmers as well as agri customers. It has also brought in rules which help mitigate risks on behalf of banks and other lenders. We also look forward to the newer initiatives with the exchanges brought about, which is like the electronic warehouse receipts. And we look forward to also increase our exchange interaction in the years to come. I wish the exchange all the very best and look forward to more interactions with the exchange. Thank you.
In second category, that is an emerging business, we have shortlisted 2 banks. So I'm calling the first bank for their significant contribution in financing ENWR and emerging business, ICICI Bank.
First of all, I would like to thank NCDEX for selecting ICICI Bank for this award category. It's a great privilege for us, and I think it's a great honor for us on getting this award. 3-4 years back, we envisaged that the e-repository will be one of the most important features for promoting funding on commodities, and we have invested on NERL to promote this. And today, I think our endeavor is to convert all our commodity-based financing into this platform. And I think the work which NERL is doing, it would actually bring in a lot of improvement on the way the commodity finance is working. And we are always committed to work with NERL very closely along with NCDEX to make this platform much more robust and flexible and user-friendly. Thank you so much and wish all of you a great evening.
And in the same category, that is an emerging business for financing NWR, the second bank is Punjab National Bank.
We thank NCDEX for validating our efforts to promote an organized system of lending against agri-commodities. It has been a wonderful experience and we are striving to contribute more and more to this mode of agri-lending as it is more reliable, digitally documented and backed by regulator. Wishing NCDEX and NERL team the very best.
I congratulate the banks and wish them good luck. Now calling the next presenter for announcing the next awards.
Thank you, Kedar. It is such a pleasure to be with all of you for the awards night today. First, let me congratulate Mr. D. Narayan from Bayer Crop Science for the best company in terms of the input companies connecting value chain participants to financial markets.
On behalf of Team Bayer, a big thank you to NCDEX for this recognition. We are truly humbled as we continue our journey to build ecosystems driven by value chains to improve farmer incomes and deliver sustainable solutions to Indian agriculture. We also value our strong partnership with NCDEX as we bring innovative solutions for risk mitigation. This is an extremely critical area to help farmers secure their incomes, and as we go into the future, we look forward to work with NCDEX and other value chain partners to bring this innovation to the small farmers of the country.
The next category is connecting to agri-tech establishments in the ecosystem with the exchange. And the award for that goes to SkyMet Weather Services Private Limited and Mr. Jatin Singh from SkyMet, please.
Hi, thank you for the award for connecting agri-tech to the exchange. I'm extremely honored and I am very happy to actually get this award. The agri-tech ecosystem has evolved over the past decade or so. And, we have been a player in data. We started out with weather data, then we got into agri data. And, the fact that we work with the Indian monsoon and it is very well followed and has a lot of reflection on NCDEX. Plus we also have we have also been working with NCDEX on a index for rainfall. And through our data, a lot of other agri-techs are connecting and will connect with NCDEX. I think this is a very important relationship. We were one of the earlier movers in this. It is a tough terrain to be on and to sustain ourselves and to create value over a long period of time. I hope I can continue to do this going forward. And I hope in the future that many like me will be able to connect the agri-tech ecosystem with NCDEX much more effectively. Thank you.
And the next one, something close to my heart. I've been there as well. Mandi establishment with best infrastructure. The Unja Mandi, which you know is famous for Jeera, and for that, Mr. Dinesh Patel.
NCDEX ने इस साल उंझा APMC को कमोडिटी अवार्ड 2022 के लिए चुना है। इसके लिए हम NCDEX से शुक्रगुजार हैं। NCDEX उंझा में जीरा और सीड्स प्राइस के लिए जो ऑनलाइन और ग्लोबल ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म दे रहा है, उसके लिए हम भी NCDEX के शुक्रगुजार हैं। उंझा में ऑनलाइन ट्रेडिंग के लिए जो अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म है, यहाँ के एक्सपोर्टर भी इसका अच्छी तरह से उपयोग करते हैं और इसकी वजह से हर रोज ट्रेडिंग का जो वॉल्यूम है वो भी बढ़ता जा रहा है पूरे देश में, पूरे वर्ल्ड में। इसकी वजह से फार्मर को अच्छा दाम मिले, उसके लिए भी यहाँ पर अच्छा प्लेटफॉर्म मिला है। ऊंझा एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि जहां पर फार्मर और ट्रेडर दोनों को ट्रांसपेरेंट व्यापार हो, उसके लिए हम हर रोज प्रयत्नशील हैं। ऊंझा में अभी नया एक एपीएमसी सब यार्ड बन रहा है, उसमें भी ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग के लिए अलग ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म हम बना रहे हैं। वहां पर जीरो मंडी टैक्स के तहत ज्यादा व्यापार हो। मोदी साहब की जो मुहिम है, फार्मर को अच्छा दाम मिले, उसकी आय डबल हो, उसके लिए हम हमेशा प्रयत्नशील रहते हैं। ऊंझा पूरे वर्ल्ड में इसका प्लेटफॉर्म और उसकी जो ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम है उसके लिए फेमस है।
Let me now hand over to Aditi Mukherjee, EVP and Head of HR of the NCDEX Group.
I am honored to announce the winners in the category Self-Help Groups and NGO Partners. Self-help groups and NGOs play an important role in improvement in economic, political, social, and psychological dimensions of the economy. In the farm sector, they are the change makers and enablers that drive sustainability, fulfill the knowledge need gaps, promote adoption of technology in the agri-wireframe, equip FPO farmers and in the formations, and provide the much needed market linkages. For their outstanding contribution in agricultural development and in empowering small and marginal farmers, I call upon Swami Vivekananda Shiksha Samiti, Mr. Sujoy Aich.
नमस्कार, मैं सुजॉय स्वामी विवेकानंद शिक्षा समिति भोपाल का परियोजना संचालक हूं। मैं एनसीडीएक्स द्वारा कम्युनिटी अवार्ड 2022 के अंतर्गत हमारी संस्था को छोटे और सीमांत किसानों के विकास के लिए उम्दा कार्य हेतु पुरस्कार के लिए चुना गया है। इसके लिए मैं एनसीडीएक्स का धन्यवाद करता हूं। हमारी जो संस्था की ओर से हमारे 4000 किसान जो कि एफपीओ के सदस्य हैं, जो एनसीडीएक्स के प्लेटफॉर्म से जुड़े हुए हैं, और आने वाले समय में उन्हें अधिक से अधिक किसान और जुड़ने जा रहे हैं इस प्लेटफॉर्म के साथ। मैं पुनः एनसीडीएक्स का धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं, जो समय समय पर हेजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी ऑप्शन के बारे में जानकारी किसानों को दिया, जिससे किसानों को लाभ इस प्लेटफॉर्म का लाभ हुआ है। धन्यवाद।
The next winner in this category, Krishna Samaj Utthan Samiti, Mr. K.D. Shastri. Congratulations.
सर नमस्कार, मैं कृष्णधर द्विवेदी, कृष्णा समाज उत्थान समिति रीवा, एनसीडेक्स कमोडिटी अवार्ड 2022 के माध्यम से हमारे कार्य को पहचानने के लिए मैं आपके एनसीडेक्स की टीम को धन्यवाद देता हूं। जैसा कि कृषि एवं सीमांत एफपीओ के सीमांत किसानों के माध्यम से विगत 2 वर्षों से एनसीडेक्स के साथ जुड़कर हम लोग कार्य कर रहे हैं। एफपीओ के माध्यम से जुड़े हुए किसानों को फसल के विक्रय और प्रतिदिन एक्सचेंज के माध्यम से उनको नए रेट फसल के जानने के लिए, अच्छी दर प्राप्त करने के लिए एनसीडेक्स के साथ हम लोग प्रतिदिन जुड़े रहते हैं। हम आशा करते हैं कि ऐसे आगे भी एनसीडेक्स के साथ हम लोग काम करेंगे, जिससे कि एफपीओ के से जुड़े हुए किसानों को लाभ मिले। इस कार्य के लिए भी एनसीडेक्स को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं और उनकी टीम को धन्यवाद।
Congratulations to both the winners. I hand this over to Mr. Arun Raste, MD and CEO NCDEX, to announce the next category of winners. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm very happy to present this award today. It goes to none other than Mr. Suresh Arora of Share India Limited. As you all know, Share India has been a thought leader in the space of commodities derivatives. And Mr. Suresh Arora and Share India has really done well in the commodities derivative space in these challenging times where we have faced a lot of suspensions and Corona times. For all the efforts that they have taken, they deserve the award of the best broker in the commodity derivative space. Congratulations, Mr. Suresh Arora. Congratulations, Share India.
Thank you, NCDEX, for giving us the award for the Broker of the Year 2022. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका। और एक ऐसे दौर में, ऐसे कोरोना काल से जब हम लोग निकले हैं, ऐसे मुश्किल भरे दौर में दोबारा से ये अवार्ड पाना, सेकंड इन अ रो। लास्ट ईयर भी हम लोगों ने ब्रोकर ऑफ द ईयर अवार्ड जीता था और दोबारा उस अवार्ड को पाना, थैंक यू वेरी मच। और इसके लिए मेरा धन्यवाद जाता है मेरी टीम को, जिस टीम ने बहुत अच्छे से एफर्ट किया और बहुत अच्छे से प्रयास करके इस मुकाम पे लेके आके हम खड़े हुए हैं। सो थैंक यू टीम शेयर इंडिया फॉर सपोर्टिंग ऑल द एफर्ट्स। एंड ऐसा मैं मानता हूं कि आने वाला टाइम चाहे मुश्किल भरा है, मुश्किल का दौर है, लेकिन मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि हम और एनसीडीएक्स मिलके इसी तरीके से काम करते रहेंगे और एक अच्छे मुकाम पे आने वाले टाइम में पहुंचेंगे। तो थैंक यू वेरी मच, सबका शुक्रिया। टीम शेयर इंडिया, थैंक यू वेरी मच। एनसीडीएक्स टीम, थैंक यू।
At the outset, I would like to thank all the stakeholders for the overwhelming response received in past to NCDEX Treasury Awards, which has made us expand the scope of this event and rename it to NCDEX Commodity Awards. We are holding this event virtually due to certain uncertainties and restrictions. However, we look forward to celebrating in person next year with all the stakeholders meeting face to face after a long time. Let me take this opportunity to thank Shri Narendra Wadhwa, President CPAI, and Dr. Ashok Dalwai, CEO, NRAA, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India, for devoting their precious time to grace this event. I would also like to thank our regulators, SEBI, for their continuous support and guidance. More importantly, I would like to congratulate all the award winners, the members, retail and institutional investors, AIFs, WSPs, and all the financiers who have showed trust and support for our journey to evolve into a well-developed agri-derivatives market of the country. I cannot conclude my speech without thanking our MD and CEO, Shri Arun Raste, and Shri Atul Rongta, our CFO, who along with the NCDEX team has worked tirelessly to steer this exchange during the most difficult times in the last 2 years. I would like to wish all the participants, the dignitaries, and the stakeholders a very fabulous year ahead.